Is it working? Is it working? Is there audio? Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day. Who is going to come in and join me on this wonderful day? There is no agenda. The agenda is I have a day off and I usually go to the parade with the daughter. She's not here today, so this is what's happening. Nothing better to do than talk to you, Egypts. So like, click the link, come on in. I'm trying to multitask here, so I'm not sure if it's all working as it should, but it should be. It's been a while since I've done all this, so. What have we got? Who have we got? We've got 6 people. We've got Let's Farm. Thank you for coming. Spooky, Sandy, Orla. Hope you're good, Orla. Haven't seen you in a while. Ah, it's not that windy. Come in. Give me someone to talk to. Spooky, you're leaving me all alone here. It's just dead air. I'm no good on my own. Come on. Do you like my hat? Nice hat. How has everybody been? How's your weekend going? Oh, Boogie, thank you for saving me.
Hello, MathPig. You okay? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Not that I St. Patrick myself, but you know, each to their own.
Aye, well, you can get in the spirit of it.
But no, I don't have to.
Oh, we got Mark Reed. There we go. Mark's here.
Hello.
Oh, thank God for that. I can go.
No.
Why, Spooky? I never see you no more. You. I think it's me. Spooky can't stand to be in the same room. There's just too much awesome in one concentrated place. It just doesn't work. Just doesn't work.
Well, somebody thinks somebody's full of themselves, aren't they?
Just tired, my friend. How you guys doing? How you been?
Good. I'm out in life and spend a lot of time with the daughter and stuff like that. But
Oh, nice.
yeah, she's not here today. I usually go to the parade with her, but she is her mother's auntie's birthday party to go to, and yeah, so I have a day off, no work. It's St. Patrick's Day. Get a glass of wine, see if I can find people to argue with and have some fun.
I gotta be honest with you.
You're wrong, MathPig. You're wrong about everything.
Horse.
I must admit, I'm not
Morning,
much into St.
everyone.
Patrick's Day, to be honest with you. I don't actually drink, so you know, there's no sort of drinking going on for me. But that's okay. I don't really mind. It's yeah, each to their own. All good.
It kind of looks like there's more non-drinkers in here than there are drinkers.
Okay.
Well, it's really early in the morning everywhere but Australia, you know? So
Yeah, pretty much.
I can understand. There's probably a lot of people already drunk. I think the Dublin parade's nearly finished at this stage, like, so there's probably a lot of people drunk already. But hello, New Genesis. Are you coming in this time? There is no green beer. So how have you been?
By the way, hey, MathPig, my wife got her DNA test back.
Is she Irish too?
She's 28% Irish.
Well, that's at least confirmed.
Yeah.
So that's a leg's
Irish.
worth.
A leg's worth. So her one leg is
Well,
Irish.
The reason I don't have my cam on today is because my power was out for 12 hours yesterday, and my internet is still out.
That's, yeah, no good. Kick him.
Yeah.
Gone.
That was a rough one.
So how
We
have you
also
been,
had
Mark?
that-
I see you've been doing lots of debates and doing the live thing and throwing yourself into the YouTube, so to speak. Yes.
Hey, me?
Yes, you.
Yeah. I've been doing debates. Yeah.
Having fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. For the most part, though, it's a bit hard. you know, I don't know. I've been trying to organize them, and just it's really hard to get them organized, and finding Christians that are like not just precepts and stuff is a little bit hard.
Have you been over to the Raging Tomato?
Yeah, I debated Jim Bob on there,
Oh,
and
he's a
you know,
prat.
oh, he's a colossal shithead. Like seriously, colossal. Like it's just incredible.
Yeah.
But I do have a debate against. I think they've set me up with Andrew Wilson on MDD, so that should be interesting. He's another prick, but
He is,
you know,
now, he says a lot. Everything he says, I disagree with, but I
yeah, pretty much.
will say I do appreciate his style sometimes. The way he's just aggressive to people to get a reaction out of them.
Yeah.
Right. You
Well,
know,
I
so-
deal with that pretty well. You know, like you know what I'm like. I deal with that pretty well.
Yeah, well, I feel that in certain incidences with a debate, you should push, you should get the person, you know, make them. It's like battle, you know, it's a battle. You want the person.
Yeah, but you know, if you're actively trying to sink them with just tactics, then you know what are you doing? Like seriously.
Oh yeah, as I say, 90% of the time he's a wanker. Like,
I mean, it is how the flat earthers operate.
Oh, pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
is that not?
By the way,
dead yet
hey,
after
Mark.
the final experiment? Did
Hello.
that not die
Mookie.
after the final experiment? No. Did what do you call it?
There's still a few round. There's still a few in denial, you know.
What do you call it?
Man, I would have thought that would have
Jeranism
killed it.
swapped, didn't he? Jeranism
Same
gave up
here.
and went, I'm a
Yeah,
spearhead.
Jeranism is least honest and said, hey, you know, didn't think there'd be 24-hour sun. There was.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. There's not really anything we can add to that, is it? Like, you looked
Nope.
outside, you seen that the sky was blue. Okay, we don't need to argue about the color of the sky. It's right there.
Thought you argued about everything, mate.
Me? I'm generally
Yeah.
a good person.
Fair call.
I
Fair
was
call.
talking to a flat earther last night, like going and I was talking to some real misogynistic prick Christian from England, actually, I do believe. Eyes, I think his name was. There's lots of still stupid, ignorant people out there. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about it. I live in Trump country.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was interviewing Nick from In Time about that. He sort of is a journalist slash commentator, I guess. He kind of just a commentator, but yeah, just what he was telling me was just wild. I'm so glad I'm not in that country. I'm sorry, Larry. I'm so glad I'm not in that fucking country.
No, you're lucky not to be here, Mark. All of you are lucky not to be here.
Australia is nice this time of year, if you ever. Anyway,
Well,
Just
I
saying.
have friends and family members who are terrified about what's going to happen.
well, all I can say is break the social contract at your peril. At your peril.
I'm scared for my trans friends as well.
no, America's
Good.
fucked.
Good. Well, Trump and Elon, they
Nah, I don't
literally
think so, not
obviously
yet.
hate science.
The best thing about this happening, though, is, you know, like, look at the good. I don't want to say that the Second World War was fantastic, but look at the good that came out after the Second World War, post-war consensus, taxing the rich, you know, looking after the workers and things like that. There is good that can come out of the awfulness, and it is pretty awful.
Hmm.
And if
What
it
was that they say?
shakes
It's always
his...
darkest before the dawn.
That type of thing, yeah. But like these people who have voted him in, if they now see what he's like, you know, by going out to buy their eggs, like I pay £1.89 for 18 eggs. You know, you poor bastards at fucking $12. But the fact that he's doing all this now and affecting people, I seen a veteran get kicked out of a town hall meeting yesterday just because he was just going buck mad at his representative. Like,
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, this needs to
I
happen.
would have, as a veteran, I would have stood right beside him yelling the same thing.
Yeah. Like, Social Security's being cut. He's cut all the. He's just cut so much. Like. And he bombed Yemen yesterday. Did he bomb Yemen?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There we
Really? I didn't even hear about
Yes,
that.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
Yes,
went in
he
as
did.
He bombed Yemen for the reason being that they have been attacking ships in this particular lane, commercial ships. They haven't attacked anybody since November, if I'm correct, but they did threaten to do it again because Israel has cut the electric off to Gaza. They are supportive of the Palestinians. And yeah, he just went, right, okay, so you're thinking about doing it, so I'm going to bomb you. The drunken Englishman on the sofas and stitches here.
That's
Like,
how you say bomb. It sounds like bomb.
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 Yeah, he just bombed him.
As in bumming garden.
Well, so much for like no new wars and stuff. You know, we all know who's lying. So, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a whole brand new modern axis of evil with Russia, China, Iran, North Korea.
And the
And Trump.
US of all people. Yeah, and the
Trump.
US.
Yeah,
Crazy,
the US,
right?
I don't think will join the axis of evil. They'll just look away and pretend that it doesn't exist and go, "Good job."
No. Because when the original sort of treaty was made, it was Churchill, Stalin, and Roosevelt kind of divvying up where the spheres of influence were around the world. So America kind of went, well, we've got this section. England and the EU were sort of, well, we've got this section. Sort of, so that division kind of thing. Afterwards, it was kind of this sort of imperialism that people like Russia would control their sphere and America would control its sphere. But of course, Russia kind of fell on its ass, and there was always a lot of tension in between the two. But now it looks like they're divvying it up: China, US, and Russia. So yeah, that's kind of horrifying.
Yeah.
And all of my fellow Americans have collectively forgotten that there was a Cold War.
Well, that's why Trump's going on so much about getting Canada and Mexico kind of thing, because
This is what we get.
Russia's kind of expanding to cover their sphere of influence. I'm sure China will do the same, and America is sort of trying to do the same in a democracy that really won't allow him to invade Canada. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but it makes me ask the question, which sphere of this thing is Australia part of? Because it's I really don't know.
Yous are all right. Yous are way down there. Nobody really cares.
I know.
About you. Have you seen your internet?
No one gives a fuck.
Have you...
I'm on our internet, sir. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Have I
know.
seen it?
People in Africa have better internet than you do.
That's not true, you fucking prick. Look, it's only out in the remote areas that it's shit, all right? And that's because it's satellite. So, thanks, Elon. I'm going to blame Elon for that one as well.
We can blame Elon for a lot. I think Let's Farm's internet must have bounced. We've got a raid going on from the Dam network. They must be rounding up soon. So I appreciate you all coming
probably.
over. I think Chris is
I do
coming
like
on.
that show.
Yeah, Chris is coming
I
on
do
too.
like that
And Chris is all dressed up today in a nice red shirt with a tie. So we're all like, looking well for St. Paddy's Day.
Oh, that'll be good for him. Chris is one of my biggest fans.
Who doesn't love you though, Spooky? I was watching. I was going through, because I'm now in this new computer.
I'm
going
sure
through.
there's a couple of people he's trolled that still hold a grudge. Do you think, Spooky? Like,
I bet you Smokey Saint doesn't like him.
Smokey Saint doesn't like anybody, for one.
I feel like Obi-Wan now. There's a name I haven't heard in quite some time.
I know. I randomly flew past Will Kincaid's the other day, and he was on, but he wasn't named
He's
Smokey Saint.
trash.
And I jumped on and was just bantering back and forth because they were talking feminism and women need to know their place and stuff like that. And I
come
couldn't
on.
resist going on. Like,
Spooky is not in a position to morally judge anybody, as far as I'm concerned.
it was interesting. Lovelow was the only person there of the female nature, and it was like all women need to know their place. And I was like, and how do you feel about this if your partner Love would like tell you to go to the kitchen and go make me a sandwich? And her response was, he wouldn't have to ask. It's like, oh, you poor thing. I didn't.
That's some major. That's
No,
some
you're gone,
incel
man.
energy right there.
sorry, just shouting out to the chat. Let's Farm, there is no version of you in the backstage for me to kick. Just click the link and come on back in. Oh, there you go. You should be fine. Hello, Motley. Hello, the Christian Carpenter. Who else did we get come over? Native Atheist. Everybody coming over. Thank you for joining. I don't really go streaming at this time of the day. Definitely never. But yeah, I'm Vix here. Yay! Sorry, just doing the YouTube thing, acknowledging the chat. These things must be done.
All good, my friend. All good. Hey, I'm gonna give a big nod to the chat. You can't see it because I got a camera up, but I am nodding to the chat. Hey, chat. How you doing? Feel good?
I was
feel
saying
good.
there before I got distracted, Spooky. I was rewatching that birthday video the other day because I went on to the cloud, you know, to see what things I had saved from my setup, so I could put them back in my setup again. And I came across that video. That video was saved on the cloud forever, like.
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, I think if you type in my name, that's what comes up. That birthday stream. Yeah. not that I type in my name to Google or turn to YouTube.
Well, I found out what happened. Why I got kicked out. My internet just came back on.
Sorry about my keyboard. Everybody's been.
Oh shit! I can't hear again.
No.
It's it is wildly aggressive. It's a very loud keyboard, I gotta say.
It's so annoying because I don't like wearing headphones, right? I like the ability.
Okay.
Well,
so I'm trying to get the sound from this balanced and not be picked up by the mic so that there's an echo, while at the same time have the keyboard far enough away. It's not working.
your sound, I have to say, sorry, your sound is generally shit. Every time you pick up a cigarette packet or something, there's a...
Just use the filter. Just use a filter.
It's so frustrating.
I have a noise guard on OBS because I don't stream through StreamYards. I stream through OBS, so I have a noise guard on it, so the audience probably doesn't hear most of the and all that shit. Like,
No. As somebody who is in the audience 99.99% of the time, I can tell you, it does come over. It really does.
Yeah,
I mean,
OBS doesn't really have a filter worth a
okay,
damn,
I'll tweak the new
unfortunately.
setup.
It's tough to look at the hard truths, but, you know, there you are.
Okay, I'll tweak the new setup then, and I'll try and get the best. How is the audio for the audience now? Is it okay? Okay, you know, am I being annoying in any way?
No comment.
So, how have you been, Spooky? How has the community been, right? Because I've not been watching, and you are, I would say, a professional lurker. So,
the community, it's a mess. There's no debate anymore. It's just one drama after another. I mean, the drama's okay, but it's not what it was. It's not what it was.
no. It's been lost.
Mm.
Do you think that's a symptom of the community as a whole, as the idea of all communities? I give a nod to Jimmy the Giant. I recently watched a video on the Facebook famous that used to be around, and it seemed to me that it was just, this is a retelling of that, you know? Starts off with this, get a following, do your thing, then it ends up with infighting and drama.
Yeah, I think that's just the way of it. It just ends up in personalities and drama. It's like this group doesn't like that group, you know, group B does something, group A hates them, back and forth it goes. It's entertaining in its way, but it's not. It's no great debate. It's no great debate at all.
Are you nodding to Steve there? No. A great debate community.
Oh, yeah. Well, no. But it was cool. Yeah, well, there was that. But it was a great debate without Steve, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He just
facetious.
he just lassoed that horse and rode it.
Right. Keyboard warning. No, I'll not even. I'll just say it. How's that volume now? Am I better volume relative to other people now?
Who are you asking?
Well, not you. The people listening.
Ah,
They say
right.
that you're a lot louder.
I'm going to press this button on my phone that says more and see what happens.
Oh no! I've adjusted it over here. I've brought you down. My sound is very low.
I don't think we can stand more spooky bed. I don't think we can stand more. Please don't push that. Please.
Well, too late. I pressed it, but it just says comments, settings, and count. I'm going to go to comments.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna do a thing.
Oh, chat.
Okay, how's that? Am I a little louder now? Mark, I have turned up full blast. Mark could definitely be louder, but that's on his end. I've turned his mic settings full whack.
Oh, I can get louder. That's fine. That's fine.
Now we've got two beautiful people on stream.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Mr. Mallow. This must be a great day for you.
It was a great show this morning. Great show. I liked it.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So are you going to argue with us, Chris? Nobody has turned up to argue with us yet.
I'll argue with you. I'm hearing an echo.
I thought I had the audio correct, and then people pointed out it wasn't, so now I'm starting to mess with the audio, and now it mightn't.
Understood.
I don't hear any echo, though.
Well, your sound was fine. It was just like you weren't filtering ambient noise. That's all.
Okay, right.
Yeah. It sounds like after you say whatever you say, I hear you again about 4 seconds later. I even hear
That's
myself.
tab open stuff, I think.
That may be me.
Yeah.
Nobody else here on the panel is experiencing that. Maybe you have a tab open,
Maybe
Chris.
I think I may have. Yep. I think you may be right.
That's
I
all
think I
right.
got it.
Let's blame MathPig anyway.
Got it. I think we got it. I blame MathPig.
It's usually blame MathPig, but I'm going to continue talking, and I will listen back. I do apologize if it's too quiet for everybody in the chat for me.
You're good.
No.
But anyway, I shall speak a little louder, and I shall listen back. And you've all made me very nervous now.
Well, hello, everybody. Hi, Mark.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
And Spooky Pet here. I don't think I've ever heard you before.
I make very rare appearances, and this is your lucky day.
I see. Well, I feel lucky.
I am very,
Yes,
very privileged
never
to have
actually
Spooky.
I've never actually spoken to Mark before either. But,
Correct. Yeah.
Yep. I just fly by and chat.
Spooky is
Inside
very
chat.
nice to the point he wouldn't leave me stranded on my own. I was struggling for the first 5 minutes because nobody joined, and I can't do this on my own.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So Spooky felt sorry for poor little Irish me on St. Patrick's Day and come in to keep me company until Mark and yourself arrived.
It's true. This man knows me so well.
Now, I'm not seeing any green on you.
I don't have a green suit. I don't have a green waistcoat. I have a green lapel for this suit, but I'm not going to wear the jacket. That's a bit much, But I'll have to get a green suit for next year. I promise I will get one for next year.
There you go. And the hat, of course. The hat.
I'm on the lookout for a complete white suit and a completely red suit. Just I want yeah.
You've got a green mankini.
I do
Santa
have a-
outfit, maybe?
I'm not putting the green mankini on. I don't actually know where it is. I do know where the G-string is, but that's not green.
Let me go here. So you have your first 5 minutes alone, huh? And you don't have anybody to argue with you yet.
No, I've spent the last 3 days going around poking as many Christian channels as possible, but it's the time zone, man. It's fucking early in America, Yous are all
Yeah.
still in bed, still at work.
Slackers. They're a bunch of slackers.
No good,
Yeah, that's right. That's why, I get up at this ungodly hour. Hey, look, Stephanie Helms is here. Sandy is here. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, Stephanie Helms. ODN 14. Wow. Hey, MathPig, I'm sorry, man. I'm used to running a stream where I call out the chat and all that.
Feel free to bring attention to it, man. I've only got 2 screens instead of my usual 3, so I'm doing a double thing here. So that I appreciate it. I just did it before you come in as well, anyway.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, forgive me if I take over your stream.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Someone needs to keep me in line.
all the time. Wes is here. Good morning, Wes. And
Well, you've
Victor,
brought a lot
all
of people over with you. There was only about 7, so I appreciate you coming over with your wee raid. They're only here to see you. They're not really here to see me at all.
Well, they don't know who you are, mostly, I don't think.
Well,
Yeah.
They recognize the smell.
Yes, but Chris is here to see you, so by extension, they sort of are
There you go.
causal link kind of thing.
Thank you for making me feel that little bit more important, Mark.
That's right.
My
Well,
self-esteem.
You want to know the honest truth? I'll tell you the honest truth.
Go for it.
I'm a stream whore. If
I
someone
believe
says
you.
they got if someone says they got a stream and live stream, like, you want to come be on my stream? I'll say yes, and I'm like, what's it about?
Yeah, I did that this last 3 days. I've just been whoring all over the internet, man, on as many channels as possible.
There you go.
Well, I tried to get out of it, and you know, MathPig just bullied me into it, quite frankly. It's the story of my life, really.
Well, it was because I wasn't sure if anyone was going to join Mark until Chris came in.
Well, you know, it's a hey. There's Orla Seraph. Hi, Orla. What
Yeah,
are you doing?
Orla was here before you. Orla's mine. Get away. Step away.
Oh yeah. I know Orla. Just kind of, you never know with Orla. She used to keep me in line on my stream. She'd be like, "Don't talk ugly to those people because they're never gonna convert if you talk ugly." So for the longest
Deconvert,
time,
I think, is the thing you're talking about.
deconvert. Possibly, you're right. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, blah blah blah, and I'd be pointing. I'm like, "You're going to hell," and you're going, "Oh, sorry, Orla." And she keep me alive, but she hasn't been around, so I've been really getting after him.
Yeah, well, this is the
fun.
thing. You know, there's people in the community that are, you know, you would consider to be friends rather than a parasocial sort of thing. With, you know, but sometimes you only see them on the internet. If you stop streaming, where do they go?
Yeah.
You know, it's only certain people that make the effort to come and give you a wee text message. Spooky sends me nudes all the time. I really appreciate it.
That's great.
I do have one picture of Chris, of Spooky. He sent me, I think it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, and he'd just woken up, and the hair and the beard, it looks like it's never been combed in a year. And it's just... But, yeah.
I've got the name for a reason.
Living up to the name. Yes. Vic says, "What, Chris? You looking to get more attention? I don't believe it. Yes, indeed."
Well, that is the thing. The internet brings that. You know, where did you go? Where were you getting your attention in the small period that you were away, Chris? I'll do a wee interview on you. Right, go. Right.
Well, you know, there's these porno buildings where you can go and watch porn, and you can put money in these things.
Well, you live in
And
Amsterdam.
No, I got this right here in America. And I just kind of sweep those out and clean those up, and that's what I did for the.
It must make the coins, lifting the coins off the floor, very sticky.
Very sticky, very sticky. No, I did some acting and theater training. I did Shakespeare. Yeah, while I was gone, I trained myself to be better at this. Yeah, I learned how to use video editing software. I learned how to manage audio and lighting and
So your
write
break,
scripts.
so your break was to get better at this. There was always an intention of coming back. It was always to improve upon this.
I can't say that. I can say that my interests lead me in places that, as where I landed, I learned skills that whenever I came back here, all those skills were handy.
Yes, yes.
I wasn't sure I would come back. For a long time, I would see anything on YouTube atheist wise. I was like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to be a part of that. I want to watch my whatever my.
Right. Well, here's a question for yourself, right? Seeing as we've got a big chunk of your audience here that are all interested in you, right? So you weren't sure that you were going to come back. Why did you leave? Was it boredom? Was it you didn't think you were doing a good enough job, or did self-defeating sort of thoughts, or what was the reason? Like?
Well, there's a couple of things. One is that it wasn't happening fast enough. I was in a position in my life there where I needed to make money, and it was like you either got to get this to make money or you got to get a job. And it was starting to make money, but it was just so tiny compared to what you need to pay your bills.
Yeah.
And to get that tiny amount of money was a solid work. You know, with the old Daily Atheist Morning Show in 2019, I had, I believe, a guest every day. I had a different little graphics that I would make, a different gift every day. It was just such horrific work. And I just burned out, really. You know.
Yeah, you were putting too much into it and you weren't getting enough back.
Yeah. So this time here, of course, one of the things you know me, I'm very political, especially with the old show. But this new show, I've tried to kind of keep it religious based for the most part, and it's really helped out a lot, I think.
Wait, so you were on doing this channel before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, years ago,
know.
man. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that was probably before my time. You know, I probably wasn't around there.
I don't think so. Maybe. Well, it was 2019. 2019, 2020 was whenever it all kind of went down. I quit the channel just after Joe Biden got into office because part of the
So you took a break because the political thing got boring. There was no entertaining. Trump come back. You're like, brilliant.
Well, you know, you can see it that way. In reality, it's more of, you know, whenever Trump was the first, you know, campaign, he was still in office. Biden was running. It was about, we need to get this horror of a man out of office. And then when he started running again for this back in August or, you know, last year, whatever, I fired up the show in part to raise my voice again, to once again be vocal about all that. But I decided that this time, instead of engaging the political side of it, you know, a lot of their voting power is Christians.
Yes.
Or are Christians. And so if I could deconvert some Christians, then I can take away some votes. So it's a war of attrition. And the more of them I can take away from that hate faith, the fewer votes they have for that one issue babies, abortion babies, or whatever, you know that. And so that's kind of been my new mission with the new Daily Atheist Morning Show. It's been working out pretty good.
Yeah. You got good numbers relative to your subscription base with the numbers that watch live. You know, it's a good algorithm or a good ratio. Like there's people. I found a channel the other day, just looking for, I think it was reptiles or photography or something. Fantastic video. Only had 5 videos and had something like 8,000 subs, so obviously something went viral and the YouTube algorithm pushed them. But like their most recent videos had 200 views. You know, considering you've got 10,000 subscribers and only 5 videos that are only 15 minutes long, someone in an hour could watch all of your stuff, and nobody's doing that. You know, the ratio's not there.
Right. Well, a lot of my stuff I'll take and I'll hide it. On my channel
under a bushel.
I've got over. Yeah, I'll make it private for a while to reset the algorithm. Yeah. People stop getting. Yeah. So if you go to my channel, I've got 500 some odd videos. It just kind of doesn't really seem that way sometimes because I turn them all off. I went in this morning and I had almost all of the shorts turned off, and I turned all the shorts back on, just for, you know.
The algorithm has become so, like, I very rarely, it's come to the point now, like, Spooky can back me up on this, right? With all this stuff, I'm not going to go into it, but all that stuff that's going on with Wild Spooky, right? I haven't went to their channel in less than a week, and it stopped giving me alerts, and they go live 2-3 times a day, and just not going to the channel and watching that live for just over a week, the algorithm on its very short basis now is like, right, that person doesn't want to watch it, gone. And just does not show me that they're live anymore. And it has been a week, 10 days.
Really? Interesting.
You know, it seems that it's very short-based now. Even with my daughter, I allow her to watch some YouTubes and things like that. We generally watch, you know, animals and Clint's Reptiles. We watch a lot of Clint's Reptiles and Snake Discovery, but I don't allow her to watch a lot of short videos. You know, it's very short attention span, and knowing my brain is at least 50% in her brain, I know the short form will destroy her. So it's like she's just not allowed to. The short form, I think, is awful. But the algorithms are going that way because they want to get as many people up there. Instead of focusing on, say, one person and pushing their videos more, it's get as many as possible and push them all. And, you know, instead of making one big chunk of money off one person, it's make a small amount off everybody. It's...
Right. Well, you know, let me ask you real quick, since I've got you, what have you been doing? Because you disappeared too.
Well,
and you were big in, you were big into the atheist sphere, and then you took a break as well. Am I right?
Well, it's not that it was sort of dying down, right? And I'll be honest, man, I was doing as best as I could to try and help the community. Me and Amber, we did fundraisers. We, even on the small things, Amber did programming for StreamYards, and you know, we did that. We hacked, you remember, where you could change everyone around, and it gave basically everybody who had the free profile, without the exception of the 10 people, but it gave you all the stuff that you get in a professional one, plus more. You could change your background and stuff like that, and Amber made it. I taught people how to use it, and to be fair, man, the amount that I was putting into the community and help, not just, you know, talking shit on the internet, but like helping people, and I'm gonna sound like fucking JD Vance, didn't get no fucking thank yous, you know. I still watched people, well, it's not the thank you, man, I still watched people destroying each other. As a community, we were watching people destroy and rip each other apart, and it's like, why can't we all just get along here? No matter what good we put into that sphere, the overall feeling of the sphere was going still in a negative drama, as Spooky said before you come in, man, eating itself alive, the community. Like.
Yeah, see, that's one of the things that really bothers me. I mean, I'm probably going to say something I don't know if I should say or not. Spooky's my understanding you're related to Gotta Go Get It. Is that his name? Gotta Go Get It.
Go for it, Peter.
He's my internet dad.
Okay, yeah. So I had an incident with him, and that incident was where I was on a stream, and I popped in to say something to somebody about something, and he came in and, in my opinion, attacked me and how I approach dealing with Christians. And
Peter is a very strong personality. I have also had falling outs with Peter. I seen him on Deconverted Man's channel the other day, and I was posting his link and trying to say hi, and he ignored me. The last time we were on a stream together, like a 3-year-old, I give an answer to a question that was asked to the group, and then he gave an answer which was the same as mine, and then pretended like he didn't hear me. You know, he's a child on certain things. He also does an awful lot of graphics and producing for the community. He likes to tell everybody that, and all the big names that he's producing for. If that's how he fills his time, by giving things to others, I'm not going to talk about his incentive, but that as a whole is a good thing. He's not maybe a great person sometimes, but
he has done a lot for me with no expectation of anything at all in return. Just helped me out so much. He can be really argumentative and a very, very strong person, though. And a lot of the time, he can argue really vehemently, but he's got no ill intent towards it. He just gets riled up.
Also, they're not here, so if we can, I don't like talking gossip and doing the drama. They're not here to defend themselves, so if we could round it up.
If I could, yeah, because I never even got to go where I was going. Whenever he came in and we had an engagement, but I don't hold anything against him, because this is where I mean to go, is because when he and I had our engagement, it was him telling me that he didn't like the way I was engaging with these Christians, I think. But I didn't really let him get very far into it because I felt attacked and I went after it. But that's my deal, is that I feel like us as atheists don't need to be eating each other, like you were saying. Yeah. Like you guys were saying, fighting against each other. I don't want you to judge me and how I do things and how I engage with Christians. And I'm not going to judge you and that's my thinking with Peter. And that's why I bring it back to Peter, because I've seen Peter do some great work engaging with Christians. We're all in a fight, in a battle, in a war, and we're all on the same side. Mm-hmm. You know, and I like what he does in his work, and that's the difference is my approach, is what I'm trying to say. When I see other atheists,
make it more speciality about that rather than about Peter, if we can. I don't like doing the job.
Well, that's kind of what that's kind of what I was trying to spread. It just doesn't. I try to engage everybody. Some people don't like the way Matt Dillahunty does things. Some people don't like Jimmy Snow or others. I don't care about that. We're all under attack, and Jimmy Snow is a cannon. Matt Dillahunty is a bazooka. You know, in the same fight I'm in. I'm an AK-47. Peter is a rocket launcher. We're all on the same team, is how I feel about it.
Okay.
And I was just bringing that. That's what I was talking about. Well,
right.
That back to what you were talking about.
I'm in Northern Ireland, we've got Spooky in England, we've got you in America, and we've got Mark Reed in Australia, right? Now, when you're not on the internet and you're going about your daily life, do you have interactions, maybe not necessarily politically, that could jump to the Christians, you know, but do you have other interactions in your life where you are thinking about God? Like, I would, if I don't come onto the internet and do this, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 people at work who I very much respect. I have a very good friend who is a Catholic from Poland. I have another guy who is what we would refer to as a Bible basher. Him and his wife met at Bible Club, and they do Bible study every Thursday, you know, and I work with these people. But other than these conversations, like, I live my life as if God doesn't exist. I don't have the need for atheism isn't as strong here as it would be in America. You know, I have small issues with the fact that my wee girl is going through Catholicism. She is taught it in school. She's going for her confirmation soon. You know, I have a personal, I don't want to say issue with that, but I'd prefer if she didn't. But it's important to her mum. It's something that she's looking forward to as a family tradition that everyone in her family has went through before, and the benefits outweigh the loss, so to speak, you know? And I know she's smart. She'll figure it out later. She's only 8 at the minute. I'm not worried about it now. It's not something that I need to indoctrinate against, if you understand what I mean. Do you have that experience in your life, or do you bump into it all the time?
I think here we kind of bump into it more recently because it's really being shoved in our face. If you're a woman of birthing age, then you're getting religion forced in your face. You're getting from the Supreme Court all the way down. In schools, they're forcing their theocracy on our kids. They're putting the Bibles in schools. Trump is selling Bibles. And in our world, when I turn off the internet and I'm not looking at atheist content, let's just say I open the news. Then I open the news and there is a theocracy being imposed upon us.
Like, we would have signs up, and there's big churches and stuff like that, and I can't even go to the hardware store without, like, the guy that owns the hardware store has Christian signs flipping everywhere. I think he runs a church out of the barn or something, like, you know. But that's that guy, and that's who he is. And I know he's forcing it in people with his signs and stuff like that, and he's like, God bless you and stuff. But it doesn't come across as in, you know, they don't have the power of law, so to speak, that Trump has gained with that group of people. You know,
And
I
the
don't
Supreme
think that
Court?
theocracy leads our laws.
No.
Well,
no, not
I
yours.
think people definitely have different styles, and I've sort of said this before, that I think that it depends what you're trying to do. And what you're trying to accomplish. And I have a certain style. And the most I've ever said about somebody like Matt Delahunty, or people that sort of really get into the, like you said, some people are a canon. I've said, I wouldn't do that, right? That isn't my style, which isn't sort of saying, hey, it's wrong necessarily. It's just, sometimes I think that style can be very counterproductive with what people are trying to do. But sometimes I think that my style would be counterproductive in what people are trying to do. You know, if you want to shock somebody, I'm not the guy. You know, like I'm quite nice to people, so I just don't have it in me to, you know, unless they're being a dick first, and then I'm happy to play that game. But you know, I think this whole thing of what's the right thing to do, I think it really is dependent on what you're trying to accomplish. So, you know, I wouldn't say that, but if it was framed as, hey, you know, because if you're in a room that sort of like, I do remember Amy Newman's room, right? It was be nice to the Christians kind of thing, be nice to them so they'll come back, right? So she's trying to get people back and things like that. I understand that you might say, hey, don't be an arsehole to them there because they're trying to get them in, right? So it depends what you're trying to accomplish here, right? So I could understand that. If it's just you in general, well, I don't think that's, you know, that's not an issue. Aaron Ra is a real firebrand kind of, you know, shock person, and he's deconverted tons of people. So I don't, you know, I wouldn't do that, but I don't have a problem with him being like that.
You see, that's one of the reasons why I would deliberately go into Christian rooms and hang in Christian rooms for maybe half an hour. I usually go in with MathPig, I'm just listening, and I'll sit there for half an hour and let them have their conversation. I'll come in, say my piece, get to know them a wee bit better. If you enter into the lion's den and it's their lion's den, it sort of shows that you're willing to listen. You're not looking them to come to your channel so that you can slam them. They know you're wanting to have a conversation because you entered into their lion's den where they can't kick you, get rid of you. They're in charge. That's my approach.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean, I've done those room rumbles where I've been in some of the most hostile rooms you've ever laid eyes on.
I got a gun pulled to me one time on stream by a crazy Christian. That was insane.
Wow. Okay, that's the Lord's love right there. A 9mm Christian love. Yeah.
Oh,
wow,
I don't
okay.
even. If I remember rightly, they were in their boxers as well. They weren't even wearing a top or nothing. It was.
Of course not.
Wow.
Boxers and a beater. That's what you've got to be.
Very
What
Christian.
would be news unit Dave would eat by any chance?
It was news. It was news.
Well,
Yeah.
I stand corrected. You've seen way more hostile rooms than I have. I stand corrected. But yeah, you get my point. Like, you know, and always I would be following their rules, like no blaspheming, no swearing. Because if you're going to expect to have control over your own room and say, hey, nobody come here and preach and nobody do this kind of thing. If you want them to respect your rules, you've got to respect theirs in their room.
Yeah, I swore 2 or 3 times on, I can't remember whose channel it was last night. It was a Christian channel, and one of the guys was like, Robbie, you're doing it again. And I'm like, sorry, I'm going back to flipping this and flipping that. You have to respect them, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it can be tough. But, you know, I mean, that's my opinion. That's just my opinion, though. That food for thought. But I'm going to go to bed. I'm really tired. I'm sorry. I tried to hang in there, but
Mark,
I'm so tired.
I appreciate you coming in. It was great talking to you. It was nice to check in. Like,
I wouldn't worry about it. Like, you know, seriously, Chris, you just do what feels authentic and how you do things, you know, like, please.
No.
It's
If you don't
totally
mind,
fine.
before you go, Mark, I mean, again, the mentioning Peter was so brief, meant to be so brief. Really,
Then why you bringing it back up?
animus towards Peter. No, it's just an example of how y'all were talking about how the community sometimes goes after itself.
Right.
And all I was saying was that my point, I should have even brought up Peter, was that I feel that we all have a purpose on our atheist side. And we shouldn't be. That's all I meant.
Oh,
that's
sure.
all. I shouldn't have brought up Peter, because that's where I was going to go. Was that I've gone and seen Peter in these chats, watching on Raw, watching him give these Christians hell, and I'm like, dude, get him, man, get him. I'm on his side. I'm on all.
Yeah,
his side.
but Chris, why does Peter having, or anybody, just say I said, hey, you know, Chris, in my opinion, you are way too aggressive to these people. Why does that matter? Like, if my opinion is like this, why does that matter to you?
Now it really doesn't. Now, if I was on a stream like MathPig,
and
I was on a stream,
right.
and I'm sitting here going, "Hey, MathPig, I know you were talking to a Christian in the chat, and I was out of line, and I'm here to apologize because I got out of line." And instead of letting me finish my sentence, you got on there and started telling me that the way I engaged the person was wrong.
you're breaking it down now, and it seems like we're doing the drama and the thing you said.
We're doing the drama. Again, this is not about Peter. I don't want to go back. Why are you bringing it back to how people feel about me and what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't care about that.
The internet is a wonderful thing, especially as we discussed with the algorithm now. You just hit the unsubscribe button and people are gone. The fact that the internet is so big now and there's so many people out there of the same opinion, you can just disappear and find yourself a wee haram of crazy fuckers that just agree with you.
Right. But here, people come in and they're, let's stop talking about Peter. It's not about Peter. People come in my chat and they go,
Peter is being said a lot for something not about.
Yeah.
Like,
right. Then let me
It's
finish.
not just me
Let me
noticing
finish.
that. Okay.
Let me finish. So they'll come in my chat and they'll go, "Hey, Chris, that Matt Dillahunty, I sure like the way you do things. I don't like the way Matt Dillahunty does things." Listen, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to judge how Matt Dillahunty things. I appreciate that they like the way I do things, but they will come in here and they will want to pit me and my method against other atheists. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not against Matt Dillahunty. I wouldn't do things the way he does. That's not a problem. You know, that's all I'm saying. And I don't worry about what other people say or how they feel about me. In our case that we were talking about, I was engaged. Somebody engaged me and brought that into my face. And that's what I'm talking about. I will respond. But
okay, so it was more the context that you didn't like rather than the content.
Something like that. I'd really, again, this is just so much not about Peter. I wish I'd have never brought up Peter. He does great work. Peter is fine.
So you asked me what I was doing since I've been away, Chris.
Thank you, Robbie.
Right.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
In
I'm
this
trying to
last-
understand. No, that's okay. That's okay.
Mark,
I'm just
I
trying to
appreciate you
understand.
staying up, Mark. If you want a minute to rehash your goodbyes and say thank you, promote anything you'd like to promote, and I know you're late.
No, I'm just gonna give you an Australian goodbye. I'm just gonna fuck it and leave. So yeah.
Fuck
No,
it,
yeah,
mate.
it was great.
I'd say
I
you're a
was-
lovable cunt, and you'll understand that.
All right, we'll take care, everybody. It was really good to see you, and yeah, I'll definitely catch you around, Chris. Again, I love your show. I love your co-hosts, Ryan and Durante are fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and yeah, I try to catch it whenever I can, but it is
I
getting a
appreciate
bit
it.
late, and I am gonna go to
You on the
bed.
show. We need
Oh,
to do
really?
one of these days. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'd be happy to. That would be fantastic. I'd
I'll
be
hit you
more
up.
than happy. Yeah. You've got me on Discord. Just hit me up on Discord. Discord's where it all gets organized. All right.
It really
Well,
is.
take care, everybody.
Take care.
See you.
So, in this last 2 years, if you've seen this weird...
What did Spooky say?
I don't know, I sounded like horse.
God, I thought he'd never leave.
If you've noticed in the background, there's been a person walking around. That was a fellow YouTuber from England, and hit a few hard times and needed somewhere to live. So they've been living here for the last couple of years. So to be fair, I've filled the need of interaction with people outside work. Unfortunately, with this English twat on the sofa, like, can't really escape it because he lives here, you know.
Right.
My daughter has also went from the age of 5 and 6 to now 7 and 8, and okay, great, 5 and 6 can talk, she has character, but that's character coming in, she's now 7 and 8, and like, she is so mature for her age. Like, we literally have philosophical conversations in the car up and down the road. She lives 2 hours from me, so we get a great opportunity in the car to drive and listen to good music and talk. And like, to be fair, she's better at conversations than most of you fuckers. She's just, she's really good because she hasn't been corrupted by any of this. Me and her mum are doing, and if I can say, a great job. She's doing well in school. She's very healthy, bar a wee touch of asthma. She's already in 11-year-old clothes and growing like a weed. And like, she doesn't understand racism. It blows her mind how people can like dislike people for the way they're born and what they went through. And that idea of acceptance is a standard. That's the standard she has. And I would rather have spent time flourishing upon that and not streaming to 5 in the morning and then being hungover the next day with my daughter and things like that. We get up on a Saturday now. She has a small of allowance, trying to teach her the value of money. We get to go where she wants to go. If it's the arcade or out for a meal or something like that. Hence the dressing nice and stuff. She likes to go to restaurants. She loves spicy wings. So we try and find the best spicy buffalo wings we can find. And I've been enjoying life. I got a lot of snakes. I've been interested in genetics and stuff like that. So I've been doing the snake thing and just
noticed that. That's when
enjoying life, man.
Didn't you hit me up at like 2 o'clock in the morning because you had to feed your snakes?
Something like that. I'd be awake
Something
at 2
like
in the
that.
morning. I've got a wee home server over there that's got like wee tricks like, oh, you love this Star Trek. You love your Star Trek, yeah? Computer, red alert. I don't know if you can hear the siren going off.
I can.
But that turns every light in the house red, and then you forget. Yeah, you forget then, and you walk up the stairs at like 2 in the morning. You don't realize you've been in the red light district to the neighbors for 4 hours. Computer, living room lights white.
Okay.
And
Back to green alert.
oh, we've even got a captain on the bridge for Stool, and it does a whole thing, and then it plays AC/DC at the end, and all. It's like Lieutenant
Oh.
Stool is on the bridge.
That is awesome. Hey,
I will send you, man. I will send you a link to a channel that specializes in smart homes to do it on the cheap and teaches you. And he is a crazy Star Trek nerd. He's even got a Lacars tablet in his hall, set up like Star Trek with a camera and stuff. Like,
Really?
yeah. He just does all smart home stuff, and it's all based around Star Trek. It's fucking brilliant.
Well, see, now I rest assured because I was wondering if you know, first of all, you were talking about your daughter, your wee little one, and I bet she has a fantastic accent. And then you were talking about how she's got this view on life, and I was like, man, I hope he introduces her to Star Trek. And then you started talking about it. So clearly,
she's not a big Star Trek fan. On the way home the other day, I was trying to convince her that we should watch Avatar next week, the very first Avatar. I've told her that there is some parts in it that's a wee bit scary, and you know she might cry, but Daddy'll probably cry too whenever the tree falls and the daddy dies. You know, Avatar.
Okay, that movie. I was thinking The Last Airbender.
Yeah, I've watched it. Have you seen that they're making a new series?
I've heard.
Nickelodeon. It is something I watched. They're making a new series where the Avatar is actually split. It's twin brother and sister.
Oh.
It's going to be very, very good. And because of what Kara did and all the rest of them did, in this episode, in this series, the avatars are not liked.
Good.
You know, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. But yeah.
As it should be.
Was trying to get her to watch Avatar with me. She wants to watch it in 2 stints because I told her it's very long, and she's like, "Can we break it in 2?" I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, it's pretty long.
But she's very good. Like, she came with me last year to watch Dragon Ball Z Broly in Japanese with subtitles in the cinema because she knows how big of a fan of Dragon Ball Z I am. Like.
Wow, I bet she really enjoyed that.
Well, she enjoyed the fight scenes because they were visually beautiful, but she couldn't understand any of it.
Yeah. But I have a younger brother. I guess he's in his 40s now. He tried to get me to watch a lot of like, I don't know, what do you call it?
Anime.
Evangelion and stuff like that.
Not bad. Yeah. You're talking 80s stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm old, right?
Yeah, the 80s anime was far better, man. Legend of the Overfiend, I always fall back on because like there's one scene where he turns into a demon and has like 50 million dicks and he rips his way through a hospital and just, it's so graphic and gory and rough.
Wow.
Yeah, Legend of the Overfiend. There's 3.
Real quick, I'm gonna just say hi to Spooky Bed here. I'm gonna go here in a few minutes and go feed the evil one. But I wanted to say hi and see what Spooky Bed Hair's been up to. I mean, I see you in the chat every now and then, but man, busy or what? What's going on? Is he still there?
Spooky.
Hello, sorry, what?
Spooky, Chris wants to interview you.
I was just asking how you were doing. How things are going? What's going on?
Not bad. I was just trying to make a cup of coffee, but I heard my voice, so here I am. Yes, busy. Selling a house, which is it's the first house I ever bought, and it's the first house I ever sold. But I'm selling that so I can buy my mother's house. My mother's house is the house that we grew up in as kids. Like, she had it since 1963. So there's a lot of memories there.
If them walls could talk.
Oh, yes.
Well, how long has it been since you moved out of there? I mean, because you're in your 40s or so now, right? 50s?
I'm 62 next June.
Okay, so it's been a day or 3. You've lived there for quite a long time. Interesting.
As Peter is his internet daddy, Spooky is my internet granddaddy.
Yeah, even though I moved into a house, it was only 15-minute walk away from my mum's house.
Oh.
You know, and we'd spend every Sunday dinner. But it was like, that was church.
Well, that's fantastic. It's good to see you again, MathPig. I'm going to run away and go feed the evil one.
welcome back. I don't know how long it'll last. I don't know how long we've been going even. Time is it? About an hour.
Oh yeah, about an hour or so. There you go. And there's other folks here. Sandy's here. All the cool kids are here. Viclet is here. Marty Camaho. Is it Camaho?
Camejo.
Camejo. I was putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
The syllable. Right, before you leave though, we want to hear your best Irish accent you've either got. Stay away from a Lucky Charms, Top of the Morning, or one of your choice.
The one of your choice. Father Flanagan's line of inflatable altar boys. Could you say that for me?
Right, say it slowly.
Father Flanagan's line of inflatable altar boys.
Father Flanagan's line of inflatable altar boys.
That's kind of
okay.
Father Flanagan's line of inflatable altar boys coming to a Walmart.
You see, that's the thing. This Irish accent that we're putting on, there's no fucking county in Ireland that talks like this. It's sort of a mixture of them all. It's the stereotypical, you know, top of the Irish, stay away from me, Lucky Charms and all that.
Exactly. Now, if you were to give me a Southern accent,
That is a Southern accent.
No, I would say that's not a Texas accent. That's not an Oklahoman accent. That's not a, you know what I mean? It's hard to pick down a specific accent in a specific region.
We were doing this earlier in Brojo's and I had to do like a Jersey accent or was it a Brooklyn accent? And it was like, I can't even remember. Was it fucking, I don't know. It was very...
Is it a Boston accent? You do a Boston accent? No, that's more of a Brooklyn accent. I like the Brooklyn accent.
I don't know. There was talk of pizza pie and there was this, you know? It was more Italian.
Okay, so it's a Boston accent.
I don't know. That sounds... Shout out to my mother that just turned up in the chat. Hello, Pork Granny. This is why I didn't text you back about why, you know, my mother texted me this morning going, might be off today. Do you want to help hand cleaning? I wasn't going to text her. I'm drinking and streaming, but, you know, she's found out now. Hello, mother.
That's awesome. Good morning or good afternoon, Pork Granny. Nice to see you. A very stable milking stool.
That's the guy that's sitting on the sofa.
Over there. Yeah, he says he's not here, but I think he is. Awesome sauce. You guys are wonderful.
So
All
yeah,
right,
check out the Dam Show every morning, bar Sundays, yeah?
Every morning, yeah. Awesome. Well, MathPig, we'll try to get you on the show one of these days too.
Yeah, I could probably do a Saturday morning. Like, I don't have the daughter one weekend of the month. She spends that with her mum and her boyfriend. So yeah, one Saturday of the month, usually the end of the month. Let me know. And I can do a Saturday sci-fi. I can come on and argue why Stargate is better than Star Trek.
I don't know. I really enjoy Stargate. I really do. I like me some Star. I don't know that I'd say it's better than Star Trek. It was good. I like them both. I really do. The wife doesn't like Stargate. It's bad. It's unfortunate. Now, I don't really care for Stargate Universe.
No, right, okay. It's been nice knowing you. Thanks for coming in. Everybody unsubscribe. It's literally the best fucking Stargate out of them all.
It's the worst. It was different.
So it was nice knowing Chris.
Oh, Chris is gone.
No, I thought he'd never go.
Yeah. All right. I really am leaving this time, though. You guys have a wonderful week.
You're looking very dapper. It's nice to have a beautiful bearded man on as well.
There you go. Yes. Well, they were commenting you on your outfit, and you look like you just woke up from a drunk. I mean, sure, you got a waistcoat on, but is that all it takes is a waistcoat?
I've got a wee butterfly. I've got a wee moth. I've got a badge. Have you seen my wee matching badge? Look at my wee cool badge. Look at that. This is like a little moth. Oh, I've got one here you might like, Chris. That one there is quite cool. It's like a coffin with two skulls for the wings.
Oh, I see that. That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Cool butter dip.
Anyway.
Right, well, see you later.
See you later.
Bye-bye, Christopher.
Right, I don't know if I'm going to regret this.
You probably are. Yeah. I just want to speak to a speaker. Hello, speaker. Good to see you.
Hello, wild horse.
I didn't mean like that. I wanted you to be here too. I'm just saying, it's rare that spookies on panels is what I meant.
It is. But I thought I'd bless his screen, seeing it's St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah. In honor of... Yeah.
Oh! I just remembered something about St. Patrick's Day, but yeah, never mind.
Oh, can we get this straight about the snakes? I know someone in my side, it was probably you, MathPig, said that snakes weren't native to. Oh, it must have been you.
Right, it was me.
Yes,
It
there was
was me.
never any snakes in Ireland.
Right, so he didn't get rid of them.
No.
Alright. Yeah, I'll just check.
Is your spirit level 900 millimeters long or 1200 millimeters long?
I think it's 6 foot. Right, just give me a minute, bear with me. Right, I'm not trying to palm bomb you, man. Right, let me do that, and then I'll do that, and then that.
Seriously, is this what this is? Oh my goodness, come back.
I'm 5'8", so I think it's 6 foot. About 6 foot. I'm 5'8".
I don't know. I work in millimeters and meters. I don't use freedom units.
I don't know then. It's probably meters, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know.
Have you done much leveling, or is that to prove the flat earthers wrong?
No, that was years ago. You know, I used to be a plasterer. That's what we used as a plasterer.
So you just have a sentimental attachment to your spirit level.
I'll just hit the. I'll just hit the light thing.
It's a lampshade.
Can you see all the plaster on it?
Sammy, hit the fucking link. Sammy, please come in, Sammy. We've got Yes, poor Granny, he is a little worse for wear. That is.
To be fair, it is St. Patrick's Day. Isn't everyone supposed to be drunk on St. Patrick's Day? Isn't that the rule?
It's also a rule that a broken clock is right twice a day, but you know, we still don't want broken clocks.
Well, you could celebrate St. Patrick's Day by being sober.
Yes, I would love to see that.
Actually, that
Well, every day is St. Patrick's Day for you. So.
That's true. No, I'm not that bad, actually. I've just got back from the pub.
You're not that bad. I've just come back from the pub and it's not 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Nice question.
That's not my life.
Do you like a question for me?
I don't know, bro Joe. I don't know. I felt bad for Spooky, to be honest, because I thought Spooky wanted to leave. I know they don't like to stream, and I wanted to save Spooky the infliction and pain. So I did this to myself. Please come in and join.
If you want to put me backstage, it's your channel. You can do it. I don't mind.
Oh no, I'll be as generally honest and give you as many chances as I usually do, which is 1.
Yeah, which is better than Bojo. Thank you very much.
Oh, shots fired, Brojo. Are you gonna stand for that?
Because
it's not a Christian day, mother. It's not a Christian day.
Because MathPig, you are less of a pissing motherfucker than Bojo is, which I appreciate. It's good.
And now you're making digs specifically at Brojo.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay, well, we've talked about how we don't want to do the drama. I don't like doing the drama.
No, that's it. I'm stopped now. I won't do any more. I don't really care.
Brojo, if you come in, I'll kick him. How about that?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't care about that either. Yeah.
No drama, just crack. Good crack.
No, right, change topic. MathPig, it's your channel, but I mean, if you want to change topic, then I won't keep talking about it, is what I mean.
Shh.
Awesome.
Sammy, how have you been? How's the kids?
Good.
You're also shit at Facebook, so I want to slap you for that.
Good. Yeah. I need a good slapping.
Oh, can you say hello, Sammy? Sorry, I was ignorant when you joined. I should have said hello.
Hello, Sammy. I don't think we've spoken before either.
Hello, Brojo.
We haven't. Oh, maybe once. Long
Maybe.
ago.
Maybe.
In a land far away.
Brojo, are you going to argue with me? Everybody else has been too nice.
I don't know what you want to argue about. You want me to argue?
Oh my goodness! I said, did anyone else just see? Sorry to interrupt, man.
I just ended my hand to get.
Did anyone else just see who turned up in the live chat? Did anyone see? We have to say hello to Wesley Curry in the live chat. There's a person.
Wesley, I'm his biggest fan.
Pardon?
I'm his biggest fan.
Like, come in, Wesley. This is insane. I can't believe all these strange people that I never see around anymore are here. Why are all these weirdos hanging around here? Wesley, come in. You'll start an argument with us.
St. Patty's Day.
Hello, Brojo, by the way.
All the weirdos.
Brojo, I hear you're an asshole. Anyway.
You hear I'm an asshole?
I can't confirm the source. It's a very questionable source.
Who's saying it? Right?
It's a questionable source.
Yeah, right. So, have I ever been an asshole to you?
Not to me personally. You've always been very nice. Little racist with your potatoes and your jigs, but you know, you've been generally okay.
If being an asshole is required at the time, I might have been an asshole to them. Who's receiving it, right? I mean, hey. Then who's receiving it?
Are you coming on camera today? And or am I the only person that's going to be in camera and feel weird?
I'm not at the right device.
Wesley.
Hello, Wesley. I'm such a fan of yours. I love your channels and your music and your little videos. They're great.
Thank you. I'm quite an amateur when it comes to making videos and learning how to do it. I'm not.
Oh no! Well, if you're an amateur, oh my God, you're a great amateur. Your videos are really good. They're really cinematic. I think they're great. I mean, your appearances on stream are somewhat questionable. You can go a little, off topic, a little off piece, but as to your music, your piano playing, your organ playing, and your videos, lovely. Love your stuff.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that about the piano playing. It's my heart, so it's very important to me. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thanks. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm not in Chicago today. I miss being in Chicago with that was my I love that city, and I'm not there now, and that was a wonderful place to spend St. Patrick's Day. But happy St. Patrick's Day! I can't get a good Guinness pour here, and I'm hoping you can get one there.
All Guinness tastes awful to me. I do not like Guinness. I'm actually drinking this.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Guinness either. I tried it in my youth, but it's just too bitter.
It's just too heavy. I don't know. This tastes like cough syrup and is basically half caffeine, as well as alcohol. So I love this.
I have 3, 2, 1 Guinnesses a year, but it's my favorite. So.
Do you have any Irish connections? I mean, any Irish in your blood, or?
I believe most of the people in this part of West Virginia are Scottish by
dream.
Genetics. In the early days of the development of the United States, in the colonial days, this area reminded Scottish settlers of their homeland, of the Highlands, and there's a lot of McCorkles and Cooks.
If I can, sorry, just to interject, for people who have joined, I don't use StreamYards to stream. I make it pretty with OBS. So the only chat that works is the private chat. If you want to look at the YouTube chat, you have to go to the page and do it there.
I believe I'm a Curry, so I'm somewhere between Ireland and Scotland, probably in a lock somewhere.
They'll make you in the Isle of Man.
This area is, back when I was growing up, it was all Scottish and Irish heritage. Everyone here was that. So.
Well, I'm technically an Ulster Scot, but I consider myself Northern Irish because I grew up here. I've been a creature of both sides of the divide, so to speak, My mother, shout out to Port Granny, was a great mother. She took me to St. Patrick's Day and took me to the 12th, I experienced both sides. She's only bitter now. She wasn't bitter when I was growing up. She's just got old and she's a wee bit bitter now.
what kind of bread do you like to eat?
I prefer Hovis Granary. It is one of the more expensive loaves, but it is nearly brown with some nuts and seeds and stuff in it.
Well, if I may ask, when you go to do you buy a gallon of milk every week or something like that for the house?
I go through an awful lot of milk. Like, I would drink maybe 10 litres a week. We don't have them in gallons. We have them in the biggest being 3 litres, but the general shop just does 2. But I would... It's a running joke. My mother will not turn up to this house without 2 litres of milk. She always arrives with 2 litres of milk because I drink a lot of milk. It's like, hi, how are you today? Here's milk.
I'm interested in the cost of staples compared to here.
Okay.
Milk is about $3.50.
You can buy a loaf of bread, which would be still at low quality, still better than what you get in America, and that would be about £1.20. You can get a Tesco loaf for 75p, which would be about equivalent to, you know, a white loaf in America. And if you get that granary bread, it is more expensive, but it lasts longer and it's nicer, and it's about £2.40.
So a pound, roughly a rough conversion, a pound is $1.50, something like that.
Hey computer, what's the conversion rate between dollar and sterling?
75p is $1 today.
Good afternoon, Robbie. $1 is
One
about
pound
77
would be $1.
$1 is 77p.
Severe weather alert for your area. Would you like me to do that?
About $1.50 for 1 pound, something like that. I would guess. Somewhere in there.
Yeah, one pound sterling is 77 cents.
Oh.
No, the other way. Sorry.
Right.
Computer, shut up. The other way around. Sorry, 75 pennies is $1.
Okay.
That's correct. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So
£1.50 would be $2.
All right. I'm curious as to what your staple foods are costing now compared to 2 years.
Well, eggs at the minute, dude. I can buy 18 decent, touching on free range. You know, they're not quite free range, and they would cost probably $1.89 out of Tesco's. £1.89, £2. You know, probably about $3.
Wesley, in the past 2 years, prices have really gone up. It's ridiculous. You go in the shops now. It's like something that was a pound. It's now £1.50. It's shocking.
It has went up, but I don't think it's relative to America in the increase in it though. And if you're smart over here, like as I said earlier, my wee girl lives 2 hours from me. We have 2 shops that we stop at, one halfway and one where I drop her off with her mum. And I know all the reduced shops with all the reduced aisles. And if you shop correctly, you know, and you get them yellow stickers and and freeze, Tesco's is quite good at 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. You know, if you're smart about it. My food bill isn't massive. I've had to do that with 2 dependents and 1 wage. So we've learned to shop smart.
Yeah.
You just have to. Lucky enough, when it comes to eggs as well, there's a guy at work that actually owns a mass chicken cage chicken farm, and he has more eggs than he knows what to do with. And like once a month, he just walks into the store with like 60 eggs and sets them down in the store, and it's like, he's want eggs, too many eggs, and then just leaves. He's like, I want the trays back, make sure I get the trays back. And this, like, so I don't even pay for eggs.
It seems here I'm able, 2 years ago, if I were to buy 5 bags of groceries, 2 years ago, this year the same amount of money would get me 3.
Yeah.
But the price has risen. I don't want to admit this on the internet. My mother will look down on me, but we have this now thing called self-scanning. Now, I know you have it over there where you go and you would self-scan yourself and stuff, but in Tesco now we've got the wee guns, where as you go around the shop, you can scan your shop and pre-pack it. Then when you go to the trolley, you just scan the barcode on the computer screen, and it instantly just goes, right, that's the price of it, thanks very much, here's your discount, bang, and you pay for it and you leave. And you don't interact with anyone. But there's like a 1 in 10 chance that you'll get stopped and they search your stuff, and they randomly check 10 things to make sure that you're not stealing. But yeah, I just take my wee girl shopping and hang a £7 bag, like 100 kg weight of spuds in the back of the trolley, and walk out with it. And if they get the random check, I just be like, oh, the daughter distracted me. Honey, you shouldn't have been talking. And then I pay for it. But you usually get away with a free bag of spuds. That'll do it for a week, you know.
Okay. So you are in Northern Ireland.
I am. I'm just below the lock. If you know the big wet patch in the middle of Northern Ireland, that's about 7 miles from me. I'm just below in the middle.
Okay. Do you speak Welsh? Or do you speak...
Nobody speaks Welsh. That's just noises.
It's not a language. Is it?
No, I speak English and a wee bit of Pig Latin.
Okay. Do you speak Gaelic?
No. I'm Northern Irish and come from the Ulster Scot side. So I have that dialect of an Ulster Scot. But
So
I
you're
wouldn't
as far
speak.
away from Dublin as you can be then. Dublin is down in the south, correct?
Dublin's only 40 minutes. Well, an hour from where I am, maybe.
And Belfast?
Belfast is about the same.
Okay. Have you ever gone over into England? Have you ever traveled there?
Oh yeah, I've been to England a couple of times and stuff like that there, but you know, there's no real need for me to go to England except maybe to meet people. You know, there's no real desire to go to England. Me and my wee girl go camping for 2 weeks. Well, I get 2 weeks off in August, and we usually spend a week of that camping. And we like to do the coast of Ireland a couple of years ago. We did Kilkenny before that. We did Cong, where that movie with the what do you call him, the Duke.
Right.
John Wayne filmed a movie over here in like the 70s or something, some Irish movie. We went to that wee village instead there.
The Quiet Man, it's famous.
The Quiet Man, they played that movie on repeat in the attic fucking cinema. It was awful all
So
week.
you take your own bedroll and tent and stove, camping stove, and rough it?
We did last year. Again, I co-parent, you know, so I have to ask her mother's permission and stuff like that for certain things. So she didn't want her going wild camping the entire time that we were camping, so there were some days that we did wild camping where at the same time then we would stop at a place that had showers and a kitchen, so her mother was sure that the daughter was getting fed and washed and stuff like that, you know. So there's a compromise to be made in there. But this year she wanted to go glamping because she's never done that before, so we did that.
Yeah, I've heard that term. Yeah,
it's fucking shit. It's fucking shit, right? Absolute shit. I went and splashed out.
The chandelier.
Shout out again to poor Granny. She asked me what I wanted for my birthday this year, and she got me a 6-person tent. Now there's only me, my daughter, and Stu, but we've got a 6-person tent with 2 bedrooms, a living area, big doors. You can stand up in it. It's like 7 foot tall. Me and my mates actually tested it last year because we went camping after me and my daughter went camping, and we spent 3 days up in the Mourns. And that I think it's an 18 kilo tent. I think the tent weighs 18 kilos, and we carried that 7 kilometers up a mountain between the 3 of us, taking turns until we got to the top. To be fair, halfway up the hill, Stu just sat in the rain and just went, I don't care, I live here now. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. But it was fun.
I've done extensive. I've camped for 1 year here in West Virginia by the Ohio River.
Yeah, we camped right beside it.
I was so pleased you managed to get a place to live. I saw those videos of you and your little, well, it wasn't even a tent really, it was like a canvas under a tree. And I felt so bad for you. When you got your place to live and you did a little tour of your actual building, it looked like heaven by comparison.
It is. I've been here for 4 years now. And, same place.
4 years. Wow.
Very, very nice. Very nice. And I've got myself a really nice cinema camera. I'm really, really happy with. That's what it's a huge.
That is not from 1990s at all.
And just working on getting my film equipment together. It's very expensive. For those of you that think of it as a hobby, it's a very expensive hobby.
Cameras are exceptionally expensive. Like, the last time I went on holiday, I borrowed my father's SLR. I couldn't. It's so expensive. You're talking maybe £500-600 just for the camera and maybe one basic lens, you know.
Anything when a manufacturer builds something for film and they put made for filmmaking on it, the prices immediately just.
I have, right, this is a weird story, Wesley, right? But this is how I was looking for the photography and stuff. And there's an Oxfam charity shop in Belfast that gets, Amazon returns and stuff like that, donated in and stuff like that, yeah? But the person who's the manager of that store actually is a professional photographer. She volunteers there. So she goes through the stuff and, like, it's a weird wee niche thing, but if you go to Belfast and go to this one Oxfam charity shop, you'll get new lenses and new bodies for maybe 70% of the cost. Only just because this woman is, she knows what it's a whole thing. But yeah.
Planning on visiting the whole of Ireland. I will be there.
It is strange at the minute. I don't know, but I do believe about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, there was a law enacted, or a law tried to be put forth to be enacted. And for American people coming over here now with Brexit, if you fly into Dublin, your visa for Ireland, like it used to be with the whole, Good Friday Agreement and stuff, but now with Brexit, they're trying to put it into you won't be able to come and visit the North. You'll have to get more paperwork to visit the North. It's like a whole extra $15, but it's more paperwork. You can't just drive over the border like you used to. I'm not sure if that's been clarified now, but it's like, that's just stupid.
What if I take a private airline? One that's sort of not on the grid.
I will, if you land in Loch Ness, which is right in the middle of Northern Ireland, I will come and pick you up at the pier, man. Me and my wee girl do swimming off it. Like, I will come and meet you there. It's only 5-6 miles up the road.
How's your weather at this time?
Getting better. Sun shining but cold.
Cold as in 38 degrees, as in 30, as in...
-2 at night, 10 degrees during the day, 10 degrees centigrade.
Okay. So yeah, you're cold. That's cold. Is it a crisp cold? Is it a wet cold?
When you wake up in the morning, it's
the centigrade.
Pardon?
Wesley is in Fahrenheit and you're in centigrade.
I know the conversion. That's okay. Zero centigrade is freezing. It's 32 degrees. So.
Yeah, the only thing in Fahrenheit and centigrade that's the same as -40.
Okay.
That's the only two where they actually match, if I'm correct on that. I think it's -40.
Let me see. Centigrade.
I'm looking at the chat and my mother is talking about some hole in the hedge. Mother, what are you talking about, you dirty fiend?
So you're saying it is what in Celsius there, 10?
I do believe that -40 Fahrenheit is the same as -40 centigrade, and that's the only time that they're the same.
So it's about 50 degrees there. You consider that cold, huh? Gosh, cold is perfect weather for me. I love that. That's exactly where I like it. Yeah, that heat weather I'm not a fan of. I like it cold and gray and rainy. You can have those sunny beaches all you want. Give me a...
Oh, I hate sunny beaches.
Coffee shop on a cold, rainy day.
This is actually why me and my daughter go camping, Wesley. I asked her last year for where we're going this year, and she wants to go to Goleans Harbour. If you look that up in Ireland, it's a campsite right on the cliff edge of the very southern peak of Ireland. And she was like, no, don't like hot holidays, Daddy. Every time I come out of the swimming pool, Mummy puts more sun cream on me. I don't like it. I just burn. I don't like it. She's ginger with blue eyes and pasty. It's not good.
So you look. Is that a keyboard you have there in front of you? Is that some sort of a workstation? Oh, that looks like a gamer's keyboard.
It is just a Corsair K80 from about 6 years ago. They're about £70 or £80 now. They're not that expensive.
Right.
I did buy some AliExpress pink keycaps for it to make it a wee bit prettier.
How long did the AliExpress take to arrive from the day you ordered it?
It depends. It depends. I ordered an RX 580 that in a month didn't arrive. I ordered little USB charging boards with TP4056s. They arrived within 10 days. The keycaps took about a week and a half. It really depends on the seller. Sometimes it doesn't arrive at all.
So most of the AliExpress stuff is coming out of Asia, correct?
Mm.
So it's probably either coming across by train on.
No, the way it usually works, because you can track it, it flies into London. It flies from China into London, and then from London to Belfast, and then from Belfast to my local place in Craigavon, and then from there to me. But when it lands in London, it has to go through customs.
Yeah. Or when I order Ali, it comes from China on a slow boat to Los Angeles in one of those big crates, those big
40-foot
containers. And then it has to go through customs, and then it goes into a truck, and then it goes, across the states. So it's anywhere from 2 weeks to a month to get here for all these stuff.
Yeah, it is a saving though. There can be a saving. Plus, there's different stuff. Like I was trying to do a white PC build for a person, and they wanted it all white and lovely and nice. But to get a white graphics card over here, you're paying through the nose. Right. Just for it to be white. But everybody in China loves the waifus and the white and stuff. And it was like a £50 saving to get it off AliExpress. Now, to be fair, that's the only thing that never arrived.
Do you build out PC or Apple?
Oh, PC.
Okay.
It was just an old fella wanted a nice computer for their young child to play games on. They didn't need to be fantastic or anything like that, I ended up getting them an 8 gig 3050 and just putting it in instead because it was around the same price.
Yeah, I'm on 32 gigabyte RAM. I've got to have at least 32 gigabyte RAM for my products. So.
In my computer right now, when I'm running this on, and the way we will move on from tech shit, because Jay's here now. Jay, hit the link and come in anyway. I've got Ryzen 7 5600X running on a new gigabyte board with 32 gigabytes of Vengeance RAM on a 12 gig 3060.
Well, if I may, for 1 minute, do my way outside of left field, somewhere behind the bleachers hot dog stand spiel. 27 days ago in the past, I said, Jesus, I'm an evil man. I failed believing in your forgiveness. You showed me a foot that didn't bleed that got cut off in a dream. I've been double-minded, double-hearted, double-tongued. Like two little creatures in wedding clothes with cone heads, one cutting off the foot and the other smiling. Would you please give everybody on earth real bread? Would you send your angels to your fields in heaven and sow the wheat and pound it into flour and sift the flour and make it into bread and put it into ovens and pull it out of the ovens and DoorDash delivery to every house on earth 27 days ago. So I didn't ask anything for myself, but if you're wondering how that bread appeared, that's how it happened.
We were doing so well, Wesley, and then you went back to the takeaway thing.
Just a touch of reality for you from the heavens. Just a touch of reality from the heavens.
Wesley, I'm pleased I was here for your little rant, and it was very good. And you were brilliant. You were brilliant before that. But I have to say, I've been bread free. I mean, my delivery. I've been missed. I've been looked over. I've been passed over. What happened?
I'm still waiting for my bread, Wes.
I'm still waiting for my Burger King delivery from like 3 years ago, Wes. It's not got here yet.
Maybe next time I'll ask him for pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza here.
I'm a big fan of pizza. I like the pizza.
What do you eat a lot there? What kind of things do you like to eat? What's your go-to set meals? What are a few of your favorites?
I recently found a really nice restaurant and a place over the road, as I was mentioning earlier, with my daughter. And I got a Hunter's chicken wrap with barbecue sauce, smoky cheese, cucumber, lettuce, tomato, onions, and peppers. And that was like, I didn't eat for 12 hours. It was so good.
My go-to meal is a chicken madras, large boiled rice, Bombay potatoes and a garlic naan.
Spooky. We have an award-winning Indian restaurant at the very bottom of the hill, and me and the wee girl were thinking about going to it because we've never had proper Indian and trying that, and she likes spicy food. Like, she thrives off spicy food.
Yeah.
Well, that should be the place to go then.
Well, I took her to Nando's one time, and you know when you walk into Nando's, there's all them bottles lined up, and you can grab what you want. And she was like, "What's these?" And I was like, "Oh, they're hot sauces." All right, weak, this, that. And she just grabbed the 2 top bottles and brought them to the table, and just poured the black one over the top of her already spicy chicken wings. Like,
well, for lack of being able to, I'm not much of a script writer. When it comes to inventing a story, not my forte. But I love making films. So I'm putting together a 10-minute operetta of a basic morning to evening day here in West Virginia, so that anyone in Nairobi or Nova Sibirsk, Russia, or in Antarctica that might be curious as to what happens in a little town in West Virginia, what really goes on. It'll be a little 10-minute film, but it's going to be an operetta. I'm going to sing the whole thing and put music to it, and I'll be filming that this week. Should be done within 10 days. So
well,
maybe
I'm very much looking forward to that.
10, 12 minutes to film it.
have you it already recorded?
I'm working only on the music right now, on the orchestral music.
If I may suggest, for what you're going for, as someone who has a small love of film and direction, go for extreme angles. Instead of being up trying to get your face, make sure you're down here, make sure you're up there. If you're going with the operetta and that idea of singing, you want the boom with the pictures to go with your voice, I would recommend weird angles.
Wesley, you haven't seen Wesley films. He is a fantastic cinematographer. I've told you.
I like that.
You're taking granny to suck eggs here.
I will do that. The only problem I'm going to have is
you are his biggest fan, Spooky.
I have to use a still camera. I've bought some rope and some tampons that I can tie my camera tripod on wheels, and off camera pull a rope here, and it goes over to a wall where there's a tampon, and the rope goes around and is attached to the tripod, and so I can make the camera move away or move towards me, but I have to sort of pull without showing my arm off the side, pulling the string. So for the most part, it'll be still camera, but the extreme angles is very intriguing, and I would create a good air of interest and mystery and aesthetic pleasure to it. I agree with that very much, MathPig. Thanks.
Yeah, like I climbed up on the bench to take a picture not too long ago of my wee girl, and she was like, "Why are you on top of the bench in the kitchen taking a picture?" And it's like, because I want people to see in the picture what I see, but if I take it from my angle, they won't have that effect. You have to exaggerate it a wee bit to draw their attention.
Sort of looking at normal things in a different way. And, it'll be the whole film will be just typical day activities. Waking up, pulling out the dentures with the goo sticking out of my mouth, doing the dishes, taking the trash can out, and singing about it. But I will use I'll use your idea, definitely. That will make it very much more fun. And since it will be things that everyone knows what they are already, using extreme viewpoints of it would not be absurd to the viewer. They would already have an inclination in knowing what's going on at the sink. But let's look at it directly from above, or let's look at it underneath the faucet as the water pours, or little things like that. That's a great idea. I will use that. Thank you.
I got this phone. One of the reasons why I picked this foldable over other ones is because this one comes with a macro lens, and I have the snakes.
Is that the Pixel? Is that the Pixel?
No, it's an Honor Magic V2.
Wow. And you're not getting any crease?
There is a small, if you tilt it at the light like that, you can see it, and you can sort of feel it on your finger when you're doing a swipe.
Yeah, that's the only reason. That's the only thing that kept me from buying one of those.
Well, you see, this is the thing though,
After
Wes.
a year, is that crease going to be really prominent?
Well, the reason I got a foldable is because I do multitasking, so I like to do 2 and 3 things at once. This allows you to have upwards of 3 very comfortably going, but I mainly just have 2 because of the 20:9 aspect ratio. Like, it looks like a phone. You know, it's the exact same 20:9 as a phone, but it's slightly square inside. But I run it as 2 phones, so I'll have, say, WhatsApp open here and YouTube open there, so you don't go over the crease because it's split. You know, you have your app here and your app there. So the crease is very minimalistic. You don't go near the crease, so to speak.
Well, if you don't mind, tell me what will you be doing today? Or your day is probably getting close to evening now, isn't it?
It's coming up in 4:15, but I was off yesterday. My daughter went home early yesterday, and I'm off work today. I don't have to start work till tomorrow, till 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just taking a day where we were just having a hangout. I was hoping I could find people to argue with. But yeah, just catching up and talking to people.
MathPig. Do some housekeeping, brother. You've got heaps of people in the chat asking stuff. Sandy and myself would like a link to Wes's channel, and Halsey would like a wrench.
Halsey have a wrench, and if anyone, Spooky, you do have a wrench, you do have a link. So.
Can you drop us Wes's channel?
This is one of I'll turn the brightness down. Hopefully that's
someone in the private chat. Ooh.
That's one of my nice snakes, and you can zoom, man, with the macro lens. Like, you can see each individual scale. And I know it's not transferring, like, but you can. It's, you know, you can see each individual scale. Where's what do you call it? He was out this morning. He was on the sofa this morning in his wee hide, just poking his wee head out.
Now, sorry, see, I'm on my phone and I can barely function with it, so no links from me. Also, Wesley is super sneaky and he's got a billion old channels that nobody knows about. But me and him.
Well, Wesley just put this thing.
It's just all of his secrets.
Well, you know my brutish mouth. I believe that the end of the world is going to happen. That America is going to be destroyed by nuclear bombs, and I tried to leave them in that the internet might last for about a year after all that shit hits the fan. So I figured, you know, I'd put a few channels sort of in the side.
And you have.
Underneath the, I'm going to be a very, very famous, hated person worldwide soon, and I'm not really looking forward to it. So I thought I'd see a few things under the cover.
Wesley, your channels will be the last cockroach.
I'm gonna get to stand right there in the presence of the king and the Trump and the princes of Arabia and give them a word or two. So,
are you saying that Trump's not the king?
He thinks that he is a king as far as Scripture is concerned. That's the presidents, the prime ministers, of the countries are kings.
MathPig, don't you know anything? Only Jesus is Lord.
I agree. There is no other God.
There's a guy at work, and if you make a mistake at work, right, and like he is a religious person, he's like, it's all right. The only person that was perfect was Jesus. And look what they did to him. They nailed him to a cross.
No, I'm a wretch. I'm an evil man. I'm ashamed of the Lord's house.
Well, I have to say, talking to you today, this is the most productive conversation I've had with you in a while, Wesley. I know I haven't been online, and I don't want to be rude in saying this, but I'm sure you know that people have said things about you before, but your faculties, your conversation, the way we're talking, and the fact that Spooky's nose is so far up your bum, that's a lot of respect, like.
It's an untoward nation, this world.
I'm glad to hear and see that you're doing better.
Oh, much. I thought that's why I keep the conversation together and just give you 30 seconds of my spiel and not go on and on and on like the frauds. So
fantastic! That was a fantastic plan, brilliantly executed.
Well, you know, I get to be the first one to meet Satan face to face. I'm going to sing Mr. Blue Sky from ELO to him.
Oh. Good choice, good choice.
I was always a fan of Don't Pay the Ferryman.
Don't pay the ferryman out. I hear that Led Zeppelin's making a new album. That Jimmy Page and Robert Plant are getting together and are going to make a new album. Were you guys into that?
Yeah, my wee girl's favourite song, well, one of her favourite songs at the minute is Immigrant Song. She absolutely loves Immigrant Song.
Yeah, I'm a Kashmir fan for sure. Wow. Yeah, so I'm kind of eager to see that. And here's the big thing. I like that Fallout series. I don't know about you, but I thought that was terrific. I was a huge Fallout Xbox One player, and that TV series, I still binge on that. That's a fun show to watch.
Why? This is why I don't go on Facebook. I'm trying to find my details so I can log into my Instagram so I can bring up actual pictures that I've taken to show to Wesley. Where the fuck do you find what email is attached to what account on Facebook? What boomer technology is this?
By only using one bloody email.
Go away. Go away.
Go away.
Right, figured it out.
Logic in here, Spooky.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise it was a Christian channel.
I would never have guessed this email. I have no idea what's attached to this one. Anyway, continue. Yes, Wesley was telling us all about the wonderful artwork he's doing.
Oh, I'm working on another one of my Yell series there. I think I may try to film it with stop motion. I close my eyes and I just take my pen and do this and just on the paper. And then after I get that line around the art, then I go through with ink and I give it a fuller look so that it has that more of a organic, artistic appeal. Then I go through and I put little colors or scenes and different things in there. And then there's a little ashen man at the bottom, you know, the Yell man. So that's the Yell series. I have a few of those on the wall over there is one of them, and there's one of them. Same thing. They're just not colored in yet. So that's my habit now artistically. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, I sold $1,000 worth of them in one day in Chicago. That's how I got my first.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very popular in Chicago.
You're muted, MathPig.
I think I'm nearly there with my pictures. I've nearly logged in.
So you roll your own too, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went through and rolled my own this many times, so I don't have to sit there and do it every time.
Yeah, I used to do that, but then I find that I smoke more faster. I find that if I take the 2 minutes extra each time, because you'll be interrupted by talking and this, that, and the other, so you smoke less, you know, if you roll it just when you need it.
Do you drink coffee or do you drink tea?
I don't really drink hot drinks at all.
Okay.
I'm usually a coffee drinker myself.
Yeah. And I'm 10 cups of this a day.
Will they able to, can they hear me if I speak loud enough?
I'm sure they can't hear you. I don't know. Can people hear the stranger?
I hear my second favourite streamer, Jewell.
Spooky, can you hear me?
Yes, dear.
Do I sound my usual sexy self, or do I sound like
sound more sexy than usual?
Well, obviously, yeah. see, you've distracted me, Spooky, with your fucking gay ways again. I had an important question, but I've now forgotten what the fuck it was.
I'm tempting you so.
Oh, I remembered the question, Spooky. What is your favourite hot drink?
Oh, well, out of tea and coffee, but I'm quite partial to a milky hot chocolate.
And I knew you were going to say that because that's the correct answer.
Well,
I was going to never speak to you ever again because you went for the obvious tea and coffee, you boring fucker. But then you pulled it from the back of the net, which I think is a sports analogy term kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not very sober.
Brian, I usually leave the milky hot chocolate for as a late night little treat.
It's a very posh drink.
Well, I've got a little tub of proper Cadbury's.
I think I dated her.
That's actually a boy.
Sorry, no.
That is Logie. He has the fire gene, and we named him Logie after Logi, after the Norse god of blacksmithing and fire.
Okay. Logi, not Loki.
Yeah, Logie, Logi.
Okay. Sounds Norse.
Yeah, Norse. Yeah. We also have Freya. Freya's a banana one.
Uh-huh.
And then
albino snakes, eh?
we did. I splashed out on an albino last year, and for everything under the sun, she would not eat. Now, it's a thing with ball pythons. I don't know. Sometimes they go into hunger strike, but she ended up passing away. You know, we tried our best. She wouldn't eat, and she was beautiful. She was white with that yellow. We called her Isabella.
Yeah.
She was gorgeous, but no, she would not eat.
I see a photo behind you. Is that a New York landscape there?
It is. It's just a cheap photo I got from a charity shop for like $5 to fill this space on the wall.
Right.
It's that old. It's got the Twin Towers in it, man. It's
It's Blackpool.
It's not Blackpool.
Sorry to jump around from thing to thing, but one other question about your AliExpress. Do you have a way to confirm you're not getting what do they call those? Fake items. You know, it'll say it'll say Sony on the product, but it's a imitation. Or
there's a channel I follow that does generally old-fashioned tech and like old graphics cards and stuff like that. But he recently, on one of the Chinese websites he found, came across an iPod 16e for $17.99 plus postage, and he bought it. You know, so you can get them over here.
Yeah. Well, I bought a 1 terabyte thumb drive and got it, and it worked one time.
Yeah, and they fake the data. So if you try to transfer more data, your best thing to download, Wesley, is CPU-Z, you know, or a program like that, and that'll dig into the root of all the stuff and tell you whether it's fake or not. It'll tell you what it actually is, you know.
Well, I lost what would be 7 pounds. It was 10 pounds, or 10 bucks. Or that's why I tried to buy it, just to see, you know, it was a rip-off. And, you know, I lost, so I missed 10 bucks out. I was told, you know, 1 terabyte on a thumb drive. Wow, you know. But I'm going to have to stick with, get a good Samsung SDI or SS solid state, you know, 2 terabyte. You can get a used one here for about 70 to 100 bucks now.
Over here now, the price of a terabyte has dropped to a tenner. If you buy in hard drives,
right? Yeah, I'm storage is starting to be an issue. I've been getting GeForces, but I'm starting to need storage.
I've been checking eBay, man, for refurbished Western Digital red drives. You'll get them for about £10 sterling plus postage, and that's a terabyte. Now, you obviously don't buy 1 terabyte for a tenner. You buy a 4 terabyte drive for £40, you know? Right. But like 2 or 3 of them, like I spent £100, I've got 12 terabytes.
What was the name of it again?
It's a Western Digital Red Drive. They're specifically designed for servers and low usage, and they spin a wee bit slower, but they'll last longer. As you think the internet's going to break down and all, these things will last longer than a standard one.
It's a solid state drive. It's not.
No, it's not. No, solid state drives are still expensive. This is a spinning hard drive.
I'm shy about getting that.
Well, these are refurbished server quality. That's why I'm suggesting the WD Reds.
All right, WD. Got it. I've heard of them.
Yeah, Western Digital Red Drives. They're designed for long storage. They run a wee bit slower.
They look like a little book. I think.
Oh, I've probably got 2 or 3 of them lying around somewhere. I've far too many of them at the minute.
Is that your workroom there? Oh
no, this is the living room.
Oh, okay.
This is just my living room.
Where do you do your build outs? In that area back there behind you with the shelves? Is that where
with the computers and stuff? I work everything in the living room, man. I've got like a toolbox over there. I do cutting and what. Like my living room is a man's shed. We'll not even talk about what I do in this living room. So many soldering and projects and wee things and.
So if I were going to start working in Blender to create CGI, what video graphic card would you suggest for my Mac Pro?
What video card would I suggest for your Mac Pro, as in the tower?
I'm on a Mac Pro. It's the 32-inch screen here, and it's 32 gigabytes RAM.
But you can't put another graphics card in an Apple.
Yeah.
What I would recommend for you right now, if I don't know what your money situation is, but the very very base model of the brand new M4 Mac is only about $599, and right. It is literally like hardware. I don't like Macs, but the value that you get for that, for £500, £600, it is such a computer.
Yeah, after all my bills and food and electric and internet things are paid, I usually have about $400 a month, $100 a week to spend any way I want. So, so that
£400 is loads. I wouldn't go into the.
I have enough to get something like that. Just put it aside.
Yeah. Like I don't know. With Macs, I'm not great on the Macs. I didn't really start following the Macs to the M1 and the M2 and stuff like that.
Right.
You can get really good deals.
M5's coming out soon.
Ah, Lewis Mellini. Let me see. Here's a channel for you if you like. Yes, my keyboard is so loud. Everybody hates me.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's you're like a percussive device in an orchestra.
This guy focuses on Macs, and he does wee shoppings around on eBay, and he's like, right, the market's dropped at the minute. This is a real good Mac you can get for very cheap and stuff like that. He's also if you're into Macs, he's the man. It's in the private chat there, Wesley. We're just boring everybody with our tech talk now. Spooky found the chat, yay! I think Spooky's gonna go live after me, or not Spooky, Stool's gonna go live after me.
Fuck yes, I've been waiting for 3 hours, you fucking Irish cunt.
Oh.
You and your fucking potato racist shit.
The English have spoken.
Yes, and when we speak, you fucking lose.
I'd really prefer if Tog spoke instead.
Who's Tog?
Tog is the Irish doggy on the screen.
Well, I can't see the fucking screen, can I?
You couldn't see the screen if you were sitting here. You got cataracts, you're old.
Glaucoma. Spooky, I've got glaucoma. Don't listen to this evil cunt. I've not got cataracts.
That's okay. I've got pre-glaucoma. I've got high blood pressure in the eyeballs, which leads to glaucoma. But I haven't got glaucoma itself.
That sounds like pre not being amputated. It doesn't really help me, that, Spooky.
Amputate my eyes.
Okay, we're going to do a poll in the chat, right? Can I?
Racist.
No, how do I do a poll? I don't even know how to do a fucking
How
poll.
do you bum a Yemen?
I can hear you. I'm getting coffee.
I was going to do a poll. Should we end this and move to stools?
Oh, I'm not prepared. No. Not the correct time yet.
He just shouted at me and now he says it's not the correct time.
I can do it in about 13 minutes.
What do you think, Spooky? Will you come over and join stools?
Oh God, no. Or I might. Oh, who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But you could go till for a nice round figure and finish at 5. I'll give stool time to set up and us time to wind down and.
For stool to set up, I have to end this and log out and log in.
Oh.
No. You'd have to do nothing.
Oh, if you set it up
and sit down and drink.
Oh.
A nice warm sherry and have a fine cigar.
Excuse me. Apparently, were you here for his stream last week, Spooky? Did you see the special needs stream?
No, he's been streaming, but I've been missing it. And also, I've been watching things that claim to be stool streams, but turned out sneakily to be actually your streams.
Well, we were testing stuff, and I wasn't sure if it would work, and I was going to blame him, but it worked. So, yeah. But there was a stool stream. Stool streamed on his channel. I sent you the link. Did you not watch it?
You did. But God knows, when I receive... I don't go into Discord because I'm on the phone now because of moving and stuff. I don't go into Discord as much. And when I saw it, it was like way, been and gone and all that. And I still haven't been back to actually view it because there's so much live streams, and live streams, as we know, are infinitely better than watching an old live stream.
Right. Well, there's my number in the chat. Send me a WhatsApp.
Oh, I've recently downloaded WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you just made him wet himself.
That's a bonus.
There's a wet patch in the floor now, and it's not his spilled cider. It's usually his spilled cider. Like, he kicked his glass over twice, I think, the other night. So he lifted it and put it on the table, and then about 20 minutes later, he put his feet up in the chair. And then about 20 minutes after that, he went down to go to the toilet and swiped the table with his fucking legs. It's like no matter where he puts his glass, he's just pouring his drink all over the floor. Like.
I'm not going to argue with this, Spooky. He's very correct. My legs are really shit. If you put beer in my legs, danger.
Well, that's where you're going wrong then, isn't it? I mean, beers should be put on tables, isn't it?
Apparently you kick them off too.
But it is trickier. It is trickier.
The only safe place, and no joke, I could lift the camera if it wasn't all perfectly set up and show you. The only safe place I've found to get a wee side is I've got a wee side table and put it here behind him where he sits in the seat, so that he has to do that to get the drink, because it's the only safe way.
You cunt!
It's the only safe place.
I wondered why you were being a cunt.
Where's your glass? Your glass is on the floor. He's put his glass on the floor again. Right. Anyway, I don't think Noel's there. Is Tug there?
Yeah, I've just been quiet.
Very quiet. Hello, Tog. Or Noel.
I've just been enjoying the conversation, that's it. I don't really have much to chime in with.
Oh man, feel free to chime in. We're talking about the fact that I'm his carer. You know, that's not fun for any of us.
It's like having your own little wild heart, isn't it?
Did you hear that, Spooky? Or hear that, Stu?
Stop calling me Spooky!
It's because he's prettier. I'd rather say that. Anyway. He killed the crack.
You call me Spooky. Last week you were calling me Pot.
I miss the dog. I do.
Yeah, this is not helping me right now.
I do miss the puppy. I had the puppy for 21 years. It's so
You're
quiet.
calling Stu after the dog.
Well, he smells like the dog, you know.
Well, I'm sure.
It was quite funny. We took some wood, and we've got lots of wood out the back, right? And we were burning the wood, you know, with the fire and the coal and stuff. And there's a piece of wood that we must have run out of, because fair play to White Slave in the corner here. He does chop some wood and cook the dinner when I be at work and all. Puts his wee effort in. and I was burning this wood, and I sat back down in the seat, and I was like, "Can you smell the dog?" And it turns out this piece of wood was something in the corner that he'd used to stop the dog escaping, and apparently the dog's probably pissed on it for about 3 years. So we've been burning that. And I was like, "Do you smell pot?" "No, that's just his piss." It's like, okay. Oh. He was very crippled at the end, and he did smell like piss for his last month. He was very old.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he was 1 billion years old, and you know, it's
I think 137.
Not unexpected.
Yeah, I think we worked it out like 137 in dog years. Like.
Well, I'm going to be signing off. I've got some orchestral work to do, and I just want to leave you with this message that for those of you like me that have amnesiac deja vu, that peculiar feeling that we have forgotten this once before, I bid you adieu.
Wesley.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to have spoken to you on a live stream. It's absolutely made my century, Wesley.
Well, happy to see you. Happy St. Patrick's Day, man. And I shall come and visit you. I look forward to it. I'm eager to see you face to face.
Definitely, if you're in Ireland, man, and you feel like landing in the loch, I will come and pick you up.
I shall be. All right.
See you all later.
Bye-bye, man.
Bye, Wesley. Yeah, so I think we're
going thank God for that. I thought he'd never leave.
I think we're going to be moving. Spooky, have you got your chat?
I'm not spooky!
Fuck off! Stu! Have you got your stream scheduled?
No, because you've overrun like by about 2 hours.
I said I was going to go for about 3.
Right, okay, you didn't say that, but whatever. Right, I'm going to set mine at 5.
Sorry, Mummy.
This is an official announcement because I'm fucking tired of waiting. I'm going to start mine at 5.
Sorry, I muted because I was doing the keyboard and forgot you were using the mic. Sorry, say your bit.
No, he was going to say 5 p.m, I'm sure.
Yeah, he was, but it was rude of me, but yeah.
It was like, I'm going to start my stream at 5. Off he went. It was like, oh my God.
Can somebody, one of my moderators or sexy people, please put the link to Stuhl's channel in the chat? Why no green? I don't have a green suit, Jamie. Everybody keeps picking on me the fact I don't have a green suit. I have a green background, and I've got a green dog.
Hello, normal people. Hello, Spooky.
Hello, Stuhl.
Right. I am in charge. I know what I'm doing. Okay, because it's Monday, and we've not been drinking earlier than we should have been doing. That's not a thing that happened. So I'm going to do my thing upstairs now, and by magic, you'll get your notifications when my 5 p.m. thing starts.
Are you going to do it from up there?
No, I'm going to do a thing from up there.
Okay.
Then all the people, the lovely people, will know what's happening.
Okay, don't do that.
Then I'll come and sit in your chair, and then annoy you for the next fucking 5 hours.
Jesus Christ, he's so vindictive.
I've got a bottle of vodka. Well, half of it's left. I've had it for 2 Christmases, and I could down it in one if you like, and pretend to be Wild Horse.
Oh no, you don't have to pretend to be Wild Horse. Yes, thank you very much, Sandy. That is the link to Wild to. Fucking now I'm calling him Wild Horse. To Stuhl's channel. Thank you. It is actually this was a real good steal, Jamie. This is a fucking Louis Vuitton suit that used to belong to some dead guy that lived in the village up the road. I got it on Facebook, you know. Didn't pay that much for it. It's really nice. The jacket is lovely. But you see, you've killed the crack. He's away to do his thing on his little computer.
It is tiny. I'll give you that. It's tiny.
It is. It's a 1 liter computer.
Hey, MathPig, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I'm gonna go watch the kids.
Yeah, totally not. Do the daddy thing. Give your kids a hug from me.
Will do. All right. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
We're literally just going to stay here until he does his thing, so we can post the thing and everybody knows about the thing, and then we'll leave. If I can shout out to everybody for coming and joining, it's a random time for me to go live Monday afternoon. Excuse me. I appreciate you all coming by. I really appreciate people like yourself, Spooky, and Wesley, and like, you know, even the Peter haters coming over.
That was yes. I did want to say anything, him being my internet dad, so I said nothing.
Yeah. And
I think that was the wisest.
That was the funniest. Let's not talk about something without talking about something. In the
We kept saying, let's not talk about Peter.
I love you, Chris. I do. I love you, Peter. I tried the other night to reach out and post your links in Deconverted chat if you do watch this back. I hold no grudges. I love what you're doing for everybody. I really do. But my God, poor Chris.
Anyway, just to flip the subject away from all that, wasn't Wesley lovely?
Yes.
And only had like a 1 minute rant in the middle, and that's like fair enough.
And it was his usual rant of free food coming through the door, so I wasn't completely, you know.
Well, I'm still missing my missing tooth. He promised teeth, if you recall, a while back.
Dude, you fucking promised me a God mask in 2018, so shut up.
Did I?
You said you'd a spare one.
I didn't. I know. I haven't got a spare one. I've got one. It's not spare. It's covered in rat feces, but because I found it. Whilst, you know, tidying up. Because I've been moving house, basically. My house is empty and everything's going into my mum's house, so I've had to empty everything out. A long, long bloody process. But yeah, I came across a lot of, you know, stuff. I came across a God mask, but it's gone again now, though.
My mum, I don't know if poor Granny's still here, she'll probably shout at me, was considering there for a while, maybe, you know, selling the house that she has and my stepfather selling their house and then buying somewhere, you know, for their retirement and stuff, but she's came to the conclusion she can't leave, and that's good, because I never wanted her to sell that house, you know. The attachment to the house she grew up in is something you just...
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, my mum bought this house in 1963, and I wasn't born in the house, but, you know, I was born in the hospital. But, you know, it was the house, it is the house we all grew up in.
Yeah.
It's like I've got photos of, you know, me... like as a toddler outside, and you know, me dad and my mum and etc. and all that sort of stuff, and like not a car in the streets, as opposed to now, which is like nothing but cars all the way up and down.
On last weekend past, me and my brother and our kids all went up to my mum's, and we had a whole day at my mum's enjoying these things, and then the kids wanted to go for a walk, so we ended up actually walking to the local park. In the estate that we would have hung around in as kids. We walked past our primary school, but then me and the brother was like, right, we're taking a shortcut through the graveyard, because we never walked that way when we were kids. We always took a shortcut through the graveyard, went past Maggie, and we took the kids through it. We had to look for the hole in the hedge and all to try and find it. My ma trying to climb through a hole in the hedge at 60 odd, it was very funny, but yeah, we went and did that. Great day. You know, there is these memories and these attachments that you get back. Like the smell of the... you know, and the things, and yeah. If you're still watching, Mother, never sell that house. I love that house. Has he done your thing yet? Still, have you done your thing yet?
Oh yeah, I'm all fucking ready. I just need you to fuck off, and then.
So you have it. It is. There's a stream that I can look here, and it'll be scheduled and stuff.
You can't look there now, because I'm sitting there.
Have you scheduled the stream?
Yeah, it's all. Oh, fuck me.
Okay, Sandy, can you put
14 minutes. It starts in 14 minutes.
Sandy, can you please put the link to the live stream in the chat? Seeing as you're such a good mod and I love you and hugs and all. You killed Spooky. Are you really going
you're talking, so I shut up, you know, that's just good manners.
You don't have to leave or go anywhere, Spooky. You can stay here and he can still use this hangout and we can still use the same link. You know?
Oh, well, I did get a message over my phone saying I'm down to my last 20 gigs of data. I don't know how long that lasts.
Oh, dude, do the O2 thing.
It'll last you about a month.
Yeah, do the O2 thing.
I don't know what that means.
O2 at the minute, sorry for the USA people, but the fact is that, you know, data is cheap and you should not be paying for what you pay over there. And if you walk into any O2 shop, and go, very sorry, I'm very poor, they'll give you a free SIM card with a free data every month. And it rolls over if you don't use it and all, it costs you nothing. You get it for a year and then you go and do it again.
But how big is my data for a month?
I don't know, I'm staring at the person in the corner that has it.
I didn't start this conversation. If you want to
know
things...
I get 100 gigs of data.
Spooky, still no speaks. You're not very good at understanding the gigabytes. I'll explain it to you. Whack me a D-mail and I'll send you the instructions on how to do a MacGyver.
Smarty's very good. Do you use Smarty?
No, be quiet. I'm going to say something.
Go ahead.
What's your email address, you silly sausage? Not you, him.
It's silly sausage at... No, it really isn't.
No, it's some racist thing if I remember rightly.
Oh, it'll be in your linky things, won't
it? Use your imagination, Spooky. What do you think it might be?
Your real name at gmail.com.
No, don't be gay.
A very stable milking stool at...
Just
Right, You're making him work for it.
I know. There's a delay. Spooky, just shut up. I'm talking now. Stool at stablemilkingstool.co.uk.
Is a website.
No, but I only have one email and it's my real name, and you'll know who I am.
Meow.
Is it at AOL.com?
No, it's at gmail.com. But not Spooky Bed Hair, it's my real name.
Oh.
Stephen Pineapples.
Patty?
It's Stephen Pineapples.
Betty.
What's
that thing that we... What's the other name that...
Duffy's!
Is it Duffy at Gmail? No.
Beers, you called in right at the end, Beers. We're literally just killing time before we move over to...
Beers, he's one of my biggest fans.
Beers, have you ever seen Spooky? Ever heard Spooky? This is what Spooky looks like. He's very colourful.
Hello.
But Beers, we're going to... Look at the link above. In the chat, we're going there, which is this Egypt's stream to continue on because my butt hurts from sitting here. Oh my goodness, Mega Dirk's here. Everybody's turning up now. Right,
Spooky, just for the record, none of you or any of you don't go over there right now. I'm super relaxed because I've been smoking this idiot's fucking thrown away cigarettes. I'm very relaxed. I've got less than 9 minutes, so no rush.
It's literally
chill.
It's done.
Still, if you obtain my real name, will you dox me?
I think I knew your real name at one point. I cannot remember it now.
It's not Stephen Pineapple.
That's not answering the question, Bill.
Is he called Stephen Pineapple? Spooky, is your real name Stephen Pineapple?
Stephen.
Yes and no.
Stephen Pineapple. Oh, there you go. He's a different fruit. It's actually Stephen Tomato. Stefan Tomato.
Stefan.
Right. Everybody. There you go. Nobody's ever heard. We're all loving this, dude. Mark got to talk to you tonight. Never spoke to you. Chris got to talk to you today. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being here from the very start to the very end. As always, Spooky. Like, you know, I don't know. None of this, I wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for this old fucker, like.
Well, we've all got our price to pay, haven't we?
I know. I've actually introduced
we've all got a crossing to bear.
Yeah, well, I've introduced a lot of cunts to this community, so technically it's all your fault. So, hashtag blame Spooky.
I know. What can, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry, internet. I'm sorry,
Wesley's all
YouTube.
yours, though. You can have Wesley. That's all you.
But, he is, apart from the rants, yeah, let's get back to Wesley. Apart from the rants, if you do track down his many channels, at least 4, and watch his stuff, his cinematography is really good. It's like, wow, it's intriguing.
That is lost
like
on new movies. It really is lost on new movies. Cinematography as a skill is gone.
Also, having the crazy angles, like, up and looking at people, I believe that's called Dutch angles.
Well, I don't know. You defended them and said, fuck off, Robbie. And then actually Wesley went, I like that. So, it's not Paddy's time. Fuck off, Jill. It's got 2 D's, not 2 T's. Paddy is an old woman that lives up the lane that has a well in her backyard. Jill,
oh man,
hit the link above. We're going to Stools. We're moving over to Stools' channel. Come over and Stool and you would get on really well.
No, lies.
Right, yeah. Thanks everybody for coming. All the shout outs to all the cool people and all the old guard that was here. And yeah, might stream a wee bit more, might see some more, might do Saturdays. Don't know, need to find a slot. Spooky, you would be the best guy to talk to. What is a slot that is available that nobody is doing anything? You're the ultimate lurker.
Anything in the mornings UK time, really?
Well, I have a job.
Oh yeah, well, God, yeah, no, oh yeah, in between the, I don't know. Fuck everybody else. Just stream and steal their viewers.
It's all about me.
That's right. It's all about us.
It's all about me. Right. Just to end things on a bad note, here's Jill. Also spelling Paddy's Day. What is the fuck with these Americans spelling Paddy with 2 T's?
Just before you do leave, I want to apologise to the chat for not reading the chat. I found the chat, but then I had to come back and because I'm on the phone and it's difficult, and I'm 62 in June. Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Do you know what'll happen if we don't? Motherfucker will furiously cycle you and chase you down the road.
Yeah. That's true. That is true. That's a callback.
Right. Beautiful people, stay beautiful. Spooky, don't go anywhere. You have to talk to Stu for at least 5 minutes. Magadirk, everybody in the chat, hit the link. Alright? Hit the link. And the StreamYard link will bring you in here as well, but you get to talk to Stu. You know? So, thanks everybody for coming. Been a good day. Been fun. Peace out.
Bye.